Vigilance Committee is coming by. The sheriff's badge ain't worth a thing when the justice ain't got wings. So we take it into our hands and we make them understand. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The town's been burning with fear and hate, but we're coming for the ones who sealed our fate. With a rope and a fire in the night, we're gonna make sure they see the light. The law may say it's black and white, but we know it's red and it ain't right. We'll do what the law won't do to see the guilty through. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The wind it howls like a banshee's cry. Outlaws tremble when we pass by. Ain't no mercy, ain't no grace, just the justice of a hard-pressed place. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. So when the town sleeps and the moon's running high, you'll hear the gallop of the horses stride. And if you're guilty, best be prepared, 'cause the Vigilance Committee will be there.
Hello and welcome to the Vigilance Committee, and if you're guilty, best be prepared. The Vigilance Committee will be there. Oh, all right. I got people with me. I'm going to bring him up. There we go. I already got a super chat. I already got a super chat I have to recognize. West Side Accountability with $1.99. Thanks for covering this. Thank you, West Side. You've been covering it too. So, all right. And there's Patricia. Milia Audits is in the house. Stephanie Jenks, Gloria Ad, Birdie, Lou Skunt. Let's see who else we got. Buzz. It's good to see everybody. Let's see who else we got here. Richard Fulmer. Must be new. Well, maybe not. A lot of times I don't see the chat because I'm busy doing other things. STD58, one of my moderators in here. Good to see you, brother. All right, people. What do we got on the agenda today? I think we got some Muppet to correct here on some certain things. Yeah.
Well, we've got a lot of things going on today. Every day it seems like just one more piece of the puzzle comes together, Well, yesterday, Erica went over to Lion Ones. She didn't go like on the property, but she went over to where her house was. And what we found out that wasn't shown yesterday was that Donald Carney was there.
Ooh. Okay. So, but we didn't get any video coverage of that. But how do we know he was there?
We know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I believe that.
Yeah.
And
Which
that was
isn't good though. Which
that
isn't
live
good
stream
though,
was
because-
done on Westside Accountability's channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
everybody
well,
can go there.
the reason that we know is because he said it that she was only 100 yards away from him.
Oh. Well, why is he even on the property? Because Billy's not even there, is he?
Well, he's supposedly gone,
Huh.
but we tried to get confirmation yesterday.
That's interesting.
Right, we called Donald, or I called. Well, Gregory called Donald Carney on the tree service line yesterday, and he answered. And but Gregory didn't ask him anything about this. He said he wanted an estimate, and then Donald was like, "Oh, just text me your address, and I'll come by and give you an estimate." Right? Just straight to the address with Donald Carney.
Yeah.
But
So
then I called, huh? Oh, save Tikva.
Yeah, she just said, we know because he said it, laugh out loud. So she must have heard him say it too. All right.
No, he wrote it.
He wrote it. So there's actual evidence that he said he was on the property.
Yes.
Okay. Erica was only 100 yards away. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
He's definitely taunting.
Well, I understand why she said she was scared. She was kind of running back and forth and going back to her car. She felt it. She felt a presence there. So
yeah, and she was right. It turns out.
Yeah. Oh, BSBT. Good to see you, brother.
What up, Cliff? How's it going?
Good.
Yeah. I do have some videos to look at, but let's pull up the thumbnail, Cliff.
Okay. We'll find it here again.
Did you see some of that stuff from yesterday? Is that what you guys are just talking about?
You're gonna have to go back and rewind and watch the live stream like everybody else and shit.
Save the banter for over at West Side. Cliff does not want the banter, okay?
I love the banter. What are you talking
Get
about?
off here. Get the fucking, Jeez, we have to have some
You want to hear your horoscope for the day, Cliff?
Well, it's more about religious persecution than anything, Cliff,
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the pentagram there again. That's become an icon associated with GS and KFAR and JJ Scarborough and Michael Kaiser and Billy now. And so GS is over there trying to gaslight everybody that he's not connected to Michael Kaiser and JJ. JJ, you see him, he's up on the screen there, and Michael Kaiser and GS, right? And the connections between them are numerous. We're going to go into those in depth today for sure, because they're part of this, and I'm
Yeah.
going to keep fucking saying that they're part of this. And Direct D, right?
Yeah.
But today, these three right here and Billy are going to be the main focus, and also K-Bar, I'm sure, is going to come up in that too, because these five, those five have just continuously been running cover for murderers. I mean, normally most folks would get distance from a murderer, but these guys, they want to go right for that. They want that. They want more of that in their lives.
Close relationship with the murderers. They want to be right there within phone calls distance.
Yeah.
If there's a murderer, a suspected murderer, they want that murderer to be able to pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, I need somebody to believe my bullshit story.
Yep.
And guess who's there to pick up the phone every time?
Yeah. GS is there to pick up the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he wants on his phone. It's like he's not trying to get anybody else's number, just the murderers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just the ones that'll cover for murderers.
And may I remind you, Dickbag's been doing a good job of putting stuff together and helping make the connection. Dickbag, from what I've seen, has been fairly accurate on what he's been doing over on his channel. I mean, he got me down correctly. Like, he has me down like to a T. Annoying as fuck. I mean, that was the video DP made on me. He was spot on. It was like, well, it's not illegal to be annoying, right? So
That's right.
thank you, DP.
And if my mods could put Dickback Patrol's link in the chat as well, that would be awesome.
Pretty funny.
I just text you a link, so you're gonna have to email that to yourself, Cliff.
Okay, let me check it here.
And I'm gonna get you a timestamp to start on that.
Okay. Text message. There we go.
Yeah, like I was talking about before, DP's been doing a good job of making the connections, and basically documenting where these connections happen, along with, I mean, there's some others, Stone Vet's been doing it. There's a few other channels, but I like DP's.
Okay, start at the 4:33 or 4:30 mark.
Okay. All right. I just sent it to myself, so
Okay.
Email. Pull it up here and see if I've got it yet. All right, and let me pull it up here. Okay, pull it up over here. All right,
I sent you another
timestamp?
4:30.
4:30. Okay.
I just sent you another link, but hold off on that one.
Okay.
But you can go ahead and email it to yourself if you want to get a head start.
Okay, 4:29. That's best I can do there. And then you texted me another one or emailed?
I texted you another one, but just go ahead and email it to yourself. But don't play that yet. But that's going to be next. But let's start at the 4:30 mark if you can make it big and mute your mic. Let's listen to this.
Okay. Well, I got it at 4:29. That's the best I can do.
Yeah. Okay.
How dare you?
Shaking.
How dare you? Started
know,
at
right?
4:29.
I know.
Maybe we should start it at 4:20 and stuff.
Right.
I mean, while we're bullshitting,
Yeah, get it down to 4:20. Okay, now.
All right. So I guess we know who this is. Raging Tomato. Okay.
can you make it big?
It's
Well,
big
this
as
video
it-
is on. This video is on Dick Bag Patrol.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes,
Well,
but
I'm going to make it big, but it's going to take us off the screen. Are you okay with that?
oh no, I mean make the
just click on the internal one there with
Yeah,
the,
that
yeah,
clear
you click
picture.
on that internal one right there, and you click on the little one to
Yeah,
the
you're
video in
speaking
there.
Greek. You're speaking Greek to me right now.
Okay, look,
So the screen that I put it on. Okay,
Cliff,
listen to me. Listen to me. So the screen that I put it on over here, I made it big. So it's as big as it'll get on this. And now if I go over to this screen and make it big, you can see that, well, it does keep us in here. Okay, so enough said. You guys ready for me to play it?
No, because okay, that square box on the actual video, on the bottom right of the actual video, there you see, because I can no, not that square box. The square box to make the actual video big,
Hang on.
because it's still showing like the rest of the page.
Okay, so make.
Don't look at me like.
Dang it! I got to go into the email here. Up. 4:30. Okay, let me stop sharing this. And then share. And go here. Okay. So I'm gonna make it big. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
All right.
Look at that. Good, awesome job, Cliff.
Well, it's the yeah. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and press play. It's at 4 minutes and 29 seconds here. So.
All right, let's mute our mics and listen to this.
Perfect.
Inevitably, what GS does is he tries to go out there and network by sucking up to people. You shouldn't do that. And not only that, but it's very obvious that it is fake. When you try too hard, everyone notices your insecurities. Yes. GS is incredibly insecure. He is like, my 9-year-old is more secure than GS.
And I'm just finding out that there's all these lives going on about me. They're talking about me, man. Well, that's all right. Because people are going to start waking up. People are going to get curious. They're going to find the truth. They're going to come to my channel and go, yeah, the guy's only an asshole to people that are, corrupt and lying and trying to deceive people. All right. He sounds pretty reasonable. He seems like he's trying to be agreeable. He seems like he's trying to have a conversation. That's what I'm doing here right now.
So generally specific, he will backstab you. He will get you on his panel, or he'll come join yours, and he'll kiss up to you until you find disagreement.
I love you, Rabbit. I do. I love you, Rabbit.
Yeah,
Really,
you're
Rabbit?
playing the victim. Stop being the fucking
now
victim.
playing the fucking victim, Rabbit.
Yes, you
Go
are.
into
Look
their
at you.
fucking channel and run your fucking mouth as much as you're running it in mine. Go in their fucking channel.
Oh, I'm running my mouth, Todd? Okay.
Yeah, go in their channel, Rabbit. Why don't you fucking? Why don't you tell them to do something more important,
Why
Rabbit?
don't you stop cutting me off and being angry at your... Okay, you're going to get off this stream and you're going to realize what I just said for the third time to you, like I told you in person, is true. Stop being a petty little fucking loser and dwelling to their status.
And like, he does this whole thing kind of stupidly because he acts like these videos aren't public or something.
Right.
Like, I could understand if he did this in like a group setting in person, offline, where it would only be hearsay if somebody went back and told somebody, right? But here, like, there is literal video footage of you talking crap about people, and you can't figure out why nobody actually likes you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's already dead.
Are you crying? Are you crying?
No.
There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah.
Look at the heart on this guy's got for me, though. I'm talking to the other officer.
Oh,
Hang on.
that's
Let me-
James
Sir, he
Freeman.
walks
Oh,
up
and
and
Pigs
tries to
Under
check-
Pressure. What?
I know, right? That just automatically started
How
playing
did that happen? It's a conspiracy. People win again and shit.
it. That's right.
Fuck yeah. Let's see this for a second.
Okay.
This bumped me. So I play Ring Around the Rosie, and he starts chasing me. So Roy asks,
Buffering. Being buffering.
It's buffering.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he played Ring
It
Around the
buffered on
Rosie.
purpose. Yeah, it
He
buffered on
yeah.
purpose.
He played Ring Around the Rosie. All right. So back that video up though. That last video, because there was that argument between Billy and Rabbit. I mean Billy and GS, yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, Billy and Rabbit too, because they're two different people. Billy and the
We
Rabbit
need to know more about that argument that happened there.
Billy and the Rabbit are two separate things, and the Rabbit was possessed, and the Rabbit shot Andrea. Okay. Billy, on the other hand, doesn't know that he's still the Rabbit. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
But can we back that video up?
Yep.
Can you pull that video
right
back up again?
Yeah, you want me to go right back to 4:30 again?
No, I want to go to the part of the a little bit further in it, like where the that argument with Billy starts. After the Raging Tomato talks, then there's that argument between Billy and yes.
Okay. Let me scroll. Well, I like where you put in the lettering on that picture of Michael Kaiser, JJ Scarborough, stolen dollar, Fenton currently in prison.
I just added the pentagram. I mean, that picture was already made. It came from Dickbag Patrols. But the pentagram, they don't go anywhere without their pentagram. GS,
GST and the ball flusher.
K-Bar, and then the two murderers at the bottom, JJ and Billy.
Yeah.
It's supported by murder. It's built on murder.
I think I actually watched this live too. Pull it up here.
I mean, it's part of their lore, right? Like since their entire channel has been started, it's molded on murder.
Yeah. Well, and it's all about GS too, making friends and then burning bridges. He has a huge habit of doing that to everybody.
Yeah, but that's not a crime. Murder is.
No, it's not a crime, but
murder is, okay? And they have been their entire image is based on murder.
Yeah.
Right? The lore of being connected to Kaiser and now Billy. Right, JJ, the corrupt jailer. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah, and they were all just thick as thieves. I mean, well, and one was an actual thief, big time. Well, and I think they all are. I think JJ is too. It's just my opinion, but I think I'm right. I think he's a thief. And
JJ.
Yeah. I think he is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just because he may have tripled his living girlfriend's salary. That's no big deal.
Yeah,
Whatever.
he paid her 3 times.
Stop.
3.
Oh, this is always such a downer. You know that? He's like, what's wrong with the guy hiring a girl and then having her live with you and then paying her 3 times as much?
Right, and more than anyone
on
else.
The government.
Yeah,
he was the highest paid employee.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and those are facts.
Her job was her job never stopped. She had to put up with him 24/7 probably. Oh my God.
But that's just, you see, the government, they only charge government employees when they steal from the government. Okay. They don't charge them when they steal from, the citizens.
Taxpayers. Yeah, when they steal from the taxpayers, it's like, oh, hey, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
Right. That came from a different company. That came from a different pool of money.
Yeah, I'm going to do kind of a psychological analysis of GS too. As long as you agree with it, you're good.
DirectD is campaigning for JJ.
For JJ right now, as we speak, yes.
Yeah, and then there's another guy running against JJ that is also supposed to be a corrupt jailer, according to Direct D.
Yeah, which I don't doubt that they're all corrupt.
I don't doubt it either. But to
I
what
don't
level
either.
are they all? Yeah, to what level are they all corrupt, right? And then with Direct D, is Direct D just projecting JJ's stuff onto this other guy, or are they both as corrupt? Like, to what degree, what level are they corrupt, right?
Well, and I've noticed this too about projection. The government loves to project. I mean, you know, whenever an officer attacks and then kidnaps or arrests somebody with brute force, then they turn around and charge the person that they just arrested with assault on a police officer. This happens continuously. So they're all about projecting. You know?
Carolina.
Yeah, she gets slammed. Her face gets slammed into the ground. She ends up in the hospital. She's got long-term short memory loss.
She was in a coma.
Yeah.
We were all extremely worried about her. She did nothing
And they charged her. They charged her. It's like, wow. Yeah.
And they wouldn't let that video play in court because it might taint the jury, they say.
Well, of
course it's going to taint the jury.
That's the whole purpose of playing the video. Oh my gosh. Like, it's almost, see how this, I mean, all you have to do is look at the pictures of Carolina, right? And then they're trying to portray somebody as a victim. It's pretty easy to tell by the pictures who the victim was, and they're trying to portray it the other way around. Like, she was the perp and Kruger was the victim. I mean,
that's how the court of law works. You know, it's a scam, right? The court of public opinion is where it's at.
Yay! Wandering Hippie is in the chat.
Yeah,
brother.
Rip Rattler.
Oh man, I loved meeting those guys.
Hippie Longstocking.
Hippie Longstocking. Yeah.
Oh,
we had a lot of fun with Hippie and his family.
Oh yeah,
his family. Yeah,
that was so cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I wish I could have brought some Togo, some moon mist out there for Hippie to try.
Or Hippie's wife loves, I think, loves rocks too, and geology. Her and my wife would get along pretty good, I think. I think that's, God, we met so many people.
Geology is one of my very favorite OGs. Yeah.
OGs.
Geology, sociology, astrology.
We might have to OG this quick to
criminology.
Yeah.
We might have to OG this to a sheltered area.
The fuck?
Listen,
are you guys getting some weather there?
Well,
he's a doubter. He has zero faith. He lost his faith.
Just for a moment, I got it back. Look, it's back. It's back. Not gonna rain at all.
Okay. All right. We're gonna count on it then.
All right. Yeah. So I thought we were rewinding it. Did you do that? To that
and
spot?
I've got it up there to where they were arguing back and forth, him and Rabbit.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, let's play it.
I do. I love you, Rabbit.
Yeah,
Really,
you're
Rabbit?
playing the victim. Stop being the fucking
now
victim.
playing the fucking victim, Rabbit.
Yes, you
Go
are.
into
Look
their
at you.
fucking channel and run your fucking mouth as much as you're running it in mine. Go in their fucking channel.
Oh, I'm running my mouth, Todd. Okay.
Yeah, go in their channel, Rabbit. Why don't you fucking? Why don't you tell them to do something
Wait,
more
wait,
important,
Why don't
Rabbit?
you stop cutting me off and being angry at your? Okay, you're gonna get off this stream and you're gonna realize what I just said for the third time to you, like I told you in person, is true. Stop being a petty little fucking loser and dwelling to their status.
And like he does this whole thing
So
kind of
that's,
stupidly because
right
he acts
there.
like this.
Flow state? Yeah, because he's gone
Flow.
off on him too.
Huh?
Yeah. He's gone off on him too.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's
Great.
been part of this story already with us. He was participating with AJOT's Corner and Toe for Life and Caucasian Sasquatch, and, you know, and 10th Man.
Yeah.
Right? And they all streamed at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he already knows. he's there with Raging Tomato talking about GS and shit. Like, they know what's up.
Oh yeah.
You
And
know,
everyone, all of my supporters have known what's been up between me and GS for a long time. You know, so it's like it's crazy how he acts.
but it was one thing when it was one murderer. Now it's two murderers.
Yeah, he's back. He was back in, and he can say that he wasn't all he wants, but he was backing Wrangler. That the day before he ended up in the back seat of a cop car, GS sent him super chats in his previous live stream. So, you know, he backed him all the way to the end, all the way to the end.
Yeah,
knowing who he
says
was.
he didn't. He says he didn't.
Oh, I know. Well, he says a lot of things.
Yeah, just like K-Far. K-Far tries to deny that he was, you know, he tried to distance himself from Kaiser, but
he didn't try at all.
Right. No.
So did Katie said.
What I meant by try is that he tried getting off the live streams, remember? But then they'd be communicating behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then Kaiser would keep saying it, and you know, every time he said it, K-Far would have to cringe and be like, "Oh my God, please shut up! Please don't tell anybody we're still talking." Remember that whole period when Kaiser was found out, and then K-Far tried to deny that they were no longer together. Yet Kaiser would always say, "Brother K-Far" and stuff. Oh, let's go watch K-Far's video, Brother K-Far, and then he'd keep tagging K-Far in the videos. K-Far tried to distance himself, like I said,
publicly, but he wanted to still be friends, besties, but buddies
behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes,
and keep some money coming.
And a lot of the stuff they kept public too, just in different ways. They would. Are you guys seeing Lenny's comment here?
No, read it.
JJ Scarborough also funded a bunch of them. He would go into their
he's
chats.
the money. He's the money
guy. Yeah.
And that money we suspect is coming from the taxpayer.
Frank Pants is in the chat, and yes, I would love his badge. Real Jingy just put it up there.
The Bud
I would love
Browner?
to get that. I would love to get that badge in the museum so I can put it on my clipboard because he's in my
It's
chat.
right there. It's right there.
I know, but I can't copy and paste it right now.
In front of the whole world like that. I feel like this was intentional to make sure I was still paying attention.
Yeah,
because he's got the coveted football emoji, and it hurts. It hurts BSBT's feelers. You know?
I mean, there's only one person that could take the lion emoji, right?
Right.
But then somebody else could take the football emoji
too.
Yeah. And that was, you think that that's good?
Yeah. I do. Frank Pants earned it, you know.
That's right.
Yeah, because the Browns fans,
comes and meets us a second time with a broken foot.
I've always been a fan of the 49ers, obviously, the red and gold, class all the way, but scripting the first 25 plays, West Coast offense. But even I can recognize that the Browns fans are fans in a league of their own and shit. Like, when it comes to the fans of the Browns,
they kind of resemble Lions fans, right?
No.
Brazilian.
No.
Like, still keeping up the fight after all these years.
No. I don't remember any of that. No fight.
Look what Frank Pence says back to PSBT. He said he's a Wolver Weasel fan from that team up north.
A Wolver Weasel.
Wolver Weasel. Funny pants, you son of a bitch.
Oh, man. Frank Pants, go Browns.
You know what? I'll be back. See you now. I see where this is going. Can we get back to Sarah? She's much more lovely.
Well, I did send you that other link. Did you email the second link I texted you yourself?
No, because I hadn't. you told me to start playing this other one, so I forgot about it.
Yeah, I know, but email it to yourself so you have it, and let's get that up
Okay.
after this.
All right, let me go.
That's a longer video, but we really do need to watch it because the connections between these 5 are immense. And if they're trying to play this game that they're not connected within the pentagram,
Yeah.
you know, then
They've already
they
been.
just are challenging us to prove it. And we
Yeah.
fucking can. Okay. It's real simple because the work's already been done for us.
The video evidence is already out there.
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean,
Like
it speaks-
this was real hard to find. Okay. Trust me.
Speaks for itself.
I know you're being facetious when you say that too. This video
Yeah.
is real hard to find. All
Yeah.
right, so yeah, let's continue playing this one, and I've already emailed the other one to myself. So here we go.
Okay.
These videos aren't public or something.
Right.
Like I could understand if he did this in like a group setting in person, you know, offline, where it would only be hearsay if somebody went back and told somebody, right? But here, like, there is literal video footage of you talking crap about people, and you can't figure out why nobody actually likes you.
Jesus Christ.
Stop! He's already dead.
Are you crying? Are you crying?
No.
There's no crying in baseball.
Okay, stop the video before something else plays. All right, so let's bring up that other video though while we're talking though.
I
We're
thought
gonna
I
figure out
stopped it, but I didn't.
We got stuff we gotta do.
I thought I stopped it.
The comment though by Sarah, the Raging Tomato, you know how typical sociopathic tendencies to, they don't understand the trail of evidence that they leave.
Yep.
Right. And they have no comprehension of consequences. So they just leave this trail of evidence and they just say it's not there, but it is there. And they just, I don't know, it's like they think nobody's going to go look or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I think that's what they think.
Yeah. Trail called the Grail of Tears. You know what I'm saying? It's like a holy grail of tears that they've left along the way.
Yeah.
And we can easily go back and look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The internet is forever.
Right. And he like tries to say, you know, that that he called out Kaiser for 4 months.
Well, to be fair, when he was when he was fake supporting Chris Ryder, he did go after Fraud and Wrangler during that time, but it was all phony. It was all fake because when he flipped all the way, baby. And I think it was a fake flip. I think he was on the other side's team the whole time.
They
The
do
whole
the fake
time.
flip. Yeah, they do the fake flip. That's perfect.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
The fake flip.
Yep. And then acts like he's all butthurt that, you know, he's no longer friends with them when he's the one that caused it all.
Right.
Projection. Yeah.
Right. So you have that other video ready?
I do.
Okay. Let's get into this.
And I think this is another Dickbag Patrol.
It is.
video
It is.
too.
Dickbag is very
He's on
good.
it.
He is very good.
I
And
mean,
he's very accurate with what he's portraying too. And he's just doing it in such a funny and
Especially the
hilarious
video
way.
where he points out how annoying BSBT is.
oh my God, how did I know that was coming?
It's one of my favorite videos by Dickbag.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. But you know what I like about Dickbag? Hold on, Cliff. You know what I like about Dickbag? He makes these guys entertaining. You know what I mean? He somehow managed to make Kfar and Kaiser entertaining. Now he's doing it with GS. Holy crap.
And Katie's
Yeah,
dead.
he's
I mean, that
taking
takes talent.
very serious. Taking something
If you
that's
can make
very
them
serious.
watchable, that takes talent, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and getting something, some facts in there in a real hilarious way, but really telling the story about who these people really are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the annoying video about me though, Cliff. The
No,
annoying
the
video.
video's
No,
not annoying. He was annoying.
no,
The video's about him being annoying as fuck.
Oh my goodness, that video that was annoying. That video was annoying. Okay, Jeez.
Because BS is never annoying.
No.
BS is never annoying. Oh, I love you, brother.
Oh
All
my
right.
goodness.
Should I start this from the beginning, or where do you want me to start it?
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
you know
be
what?
scared. Yeah, see, this video is protected, free speech. Striking
Oh,
videos is
perfect.
for losers.
Yeah. So take that.
No copyright striking.
Right.
Well, we're still going to pause it once in a while here.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
This is
No, but
Dick
Dick Bag
Bag's.
doesn't do that. He
yeah.
doesn't copyright strike.
What Dick Bag does is he'll make a cool intro for channels and stuff. So like this kind of just adds to his lore by
And
playing his
he
content.
made the intro, just to be full disclosure.
Yeah.
He made the intro for
Kaiser. And we're gonna forget. I mean, I'm looking past it because everybody.
Well, no,
can be
because
cool.
he is on the other side, and he does suffer from genetic fallacy, right? And so he makes these mistakes because of identity politics.
Yeah. All right.
Right. And he doesn't believe anything coming from somebody that films the government.
Right. That is true. Yeah, good preface on that one.
But eventually he can come around, but it takes a lot of conversation and discussion with him.
Yeah.
Right. His first instinct is to suffer from genetic fallacy.
Yeah. Oh, you said genetic fallacies. Ah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a genetic fallacy.
Yeah.
Oh.
We can do something about that fallacy, okay? We can do something about that fallacy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's why I'm annoying. This is
We sound like we watched GS's channel and come up with these genetic fallacies.
Well, I wonder what GS's horoscope is today. Does anybody know what GS's horoscope is?
Yes, I do.
We'll look it up. We'll look up his horoscope.
I know everything.
We'll
about
force
GS
feed it down his
astrology.
throat. Okay?
The Astro Agency gives me a briefing every morning.
It does. I've been there. I've seen it. In the midst of my 3 bows, I can sense, and then as soon as the 3 bows are over with, then I go to see what is on the horoscope intelligence briefing of the day. So I know that when my sextiles are in Uranus, I am properly aligned with the retrograde of Mars. Cliff is too easy to make laugh. I like this. This Cliff is like, I like Cliff. All right, let's see the Big Bag video. Yay, Cliff.
All right, here we go. We'll play this video.
That was all blasphemy what you just said there.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
We now return to Dick Bag Patrol in color. Meanwhile, in a basement in Kentucky, Generally Specific, a.k.a. the Toddler, lambasts the angry vet for his dangerous driving.
Distracted driving, I think I already said that. Distracted driving, I'm pretty sure I already said that. Distracted driving, I think I already said that. Where's DP when you need him? Let's throw that bat signal out there. Where's double penetrated? Where's Mr. Spit Roast? Where you at, buddy? Where you?
Are we buffering?
We might be buffering.
Yeah, I was talking, but I had myself muted. I paused it for a reason here. GS is so triggered by Dick Bag Patrol that he won't share any of this when he goes to review this live stream. Nope, we lost them. They thought that something was wrong, so they'll be back. Here we go. Let's go ahead and play this.
Yeah, why aren't you riding Tav like a hobby horse? Oh, because you really don't give a shit about things you claim to give a shit unless it hurts somebody you hate.
Yeah, the video's
What's
back.
this? The toddler talking shit to our hero? The angry vet driving like a one-armed mental patient with crabs? And where is Dickbag Patrol? Find out in this next thrilling chapter.
Yeah.
Where am I? I'm in Boise, Idaho. No, wait a minute.
What, did you guys say something?
Who was in that intro? Who was he smashing just now? Back up a
Yeah.
little bit. Let's analyze.
It was-
Huh?
Analyze those
It was
one frame
was
at a
GS.
time. This is dickbag art
was-
rating.
It was GS that he. You noticed the long.
There were two others.
beard.
Who's that? Is that oh, that's fucking
Oh,
what's his name from Washington?
Finkel?
No. The
No,
big fat
he's
guy
chubby.
that's been doing it for like
Glenn
Glenn Syria.
Okay. Now, so back
Okay.
in there was one more. I hope he's punching. I hope he's getting K-Far too. Knocking the cookies out of his face.
No, keep going forward to the end. He does three things he like at the end. There's three characters in there. Glenn Syria.
Yeah, guys, my tremors don't allow me to.
Well, let's just see that ending again. You know,
Okay,
the Dick
well,
Bag Patrol.
let me back it up to where I think it might be then. All right, let's just replay
go.
this.
Okay,
Dickbag Patrol. Find out in this next thrilling chapter.
Oh, that's AFA. Good shit.
No, it's
Oh, was that Philly?
He said we
I
don't
But it
stop.
looked like AFA.
No, we don't stop. That would be chili
Chili,
with delete
but it
us.
looked like AFA.
Dickbag didn't like chili, so that has me to believe it was chili. And that's
Yeah.
GS right there. That's the funniest one right there, the GS one.
This one
Look at
where he
that.
smashes.
Christian Garden Gnome.
Yeah.
The Greek Christian
Yeah, the
Garden Gnome.
Greek Christian Garden Gnome.
The G4.
Yep.
4G.
Yeah,
4G.
4G.
Yeah, he memed him into oblivion. That's the reason why he won't share any of Dickbag Patrol's videos anymore. And when he goes to share this live stream, he'll cut all of this part out.
If Dickbag made this for me, I would be so happy right now. Like if Dickbag made some cool videos like that with me.
But you're annoying as fuck. So
Well,
he's
yeah.
never gonna fucking do that. If he did, I would lose all respect for him.
For the record, it's in the house.
Yeah. The recorder of resistance.
That's right. Here we go.
I never forget. Dork.
Where am I? I'm in Boise, Idaho. No, wait a minute. I'm in Anchorage, Alaska.
Well, you summoned me, Todd. Here I am, motherfucker. You know what they say. Be careful what you wish for. Where am I, Todd?
Well, I know that scared the hell out of GS right there.
Yeah.
Oh, even though it looked like him. Here we go.
Why don't we start with where I am not? For example, I'm not sitting on ass, broadcasting every kind of bigotry you can name for most of my waking hours, while playing video games, and while begging for unhealthy snacks.
My name's Generally Specific, and for the low price of, I don't know, a 99-cent super sticker to the show, you can keep me.
I think it takes a lot of 99-cent
And
super
cheesy
stickers to keep him a cheesy poo.
Please consider.
And the thing of it is he has no shame in what he's doing at all.
Oh, I wouldn't either. My mama tried to raise me better. I mean, one thing we can agree on is cheesy poofs. Okay.
Don't be knocking cheesy poofs. Yeah.
I got
You're not
no
gonna
problem
see me
with cheesy
knocking
poofs.
cheesy poofs, but I do like
But
Dick Bag, an actual
here's the
thing
difference.
Todd made. That's
Here's
funny.
here's the difference. People would never ask for money to buy cheesy proofs.
Oh, I will.
Right.
I will
I
all
don't have
day.
to ask. Yeah,
I will.
All right,
Ain't
here
no
we go.
shame in my
He has
cheesy
to ask
proof
though.
game.
He has
Yeah.
to ask.
I have to.
He has to.
Have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Donating to my Cheesy Poos Fund.
If you're not begging for snacks, you're stuffing your doughy gob with them.
Final click.
Dog.
What do y'all think about that?
Joey
How
dog.
about if I rejoin you this week? You don't have to go to Chris Ruff's. We will, as one, give him one final click and view. We will watch his live stream together on my channel of the jailer that is guilty of corruption and official misconduct. Put it on the chat if y'all want to watch it together. You want to watch it together? It's drama.
Unrelated. That was the
Sorry,
unrelated.
what was that?
You guys were not on mute.
he has ethics. He writes that disclaimer there. You know, unrelated footage.
Yeah. He has
Yeah.
ethics.
I have morals. I would not fucking put that
Right.
because I have
Yeah.
morals. It's related. It's
Yeah.
totally related. And
It is related. Yeah.
yeah, it's a moral issue with me. I mean, but he has ethics
Yeah.
instead.
There we go. Daisy May knows GS pretty well. She
Yeah,
says,
the flower of freedom. The
Yep,
flower of freedom.
You know, with
What's that
power-
accountability?
Can you read what she said?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. West Side accountability, when it was being said that you actually got along with GS, I said to myself, give it a few more days. A couple of days later, the professional bridge burner was burning another bridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
There was
he's
a
that.
character- Yeah, there was a little, there was a character in G.I. Joe or whatever, this little thing where that made a bridge or whatever. When GS was a baby, he probably played with that thing and then blew up the bridge. Like every time he would get one, his mom would buy him one, and then he'd just go blow the bridge up on the toy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah.
does with, and he says he has no friends. Well, and that's pretty believable.
Right.
And I actually heard him say in a live stream, "I hate people."
Right. He does hate people.
He does.
And that's what this union is centered on, is people. The people party, right? You know, it's about people. And in this country, people have been forgotten by the Democratic Party, by the Republican Party, by all their fucking parties.
Yeah.
Right? But you know,
Well, it's
when you
usually-
forget about people, then the trust collapses. And it's really hard to earn the trust back.
It is. Once you lose trust in someone, with me, yeah, it's very hard to win back. Very, very hard to win back because I'm pretty trusting. I always try to lean into optimism that people are being honest and sincere and forthcoming about things. But when that trust is betrayed, yeah.
Yeah, it can't be unbetrayed. Is that
No.
Stephanie Dinks, the trier of tribulations, I see?
Yes, it is. She's saying hello to Scotto from Bill Pirate Studios.
What up, Scotto?
Yeah, Scotto is going to make a cameo in this video, too, as a well-known YouTube gay.
Well-known YouTube guy, yeah.
Yeah, and that, right off the bat, is going to infuriate GS.
Yeah, I got to do my thing for Scotto.
Yeah.
My thing for Scotto is swing, swing, ping. Don't ask me what that's about. Swing, swing, ping. You got that, Scotto. Swing, swing, ping, buddy.
I
Would you
like
like
Scotto.
Yeah, he can
Yeah,
clip that. He can clip that. You can clip that, Scotto. That's
That's
for
how.
you.
That's how. Yeah.
Swing, swing, ping. Yeah,
Swing,
you
swing,
got it.
ping.
You got to swing, swing, ping.
Ding-a-ling.
Deal.
Oh, here's his response to what you just said to BSBT.
Oh,
That's
Scotto's in the
famous
chat?
YouTube. Yeah, he said that's famous YouTube gay, sir.
Oh, famous
Famous
YouTube kid.
YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, our bad. My bad.
Okay.
I will never make that mistake again.
Okay. Well, I was quoting. I was trying to quote, but I might have misquoted. Dick
Paraphrase.
bag. Yeah.
Can you paraphrase gay innuendo?
But it was in. I think it was in this video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's
Yeah.
continue.
Where Dick Bag says that.
And if it's not in this video, just know Scotto has been on the correct side of almost all these calls too. So good job, Scotto, sniffing out bullshit and not believing everything folks say.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for Scotto when it comes to that. He can he knows what's true and what's not. He figures it out very quickly.
He's got a good bullshit detector.
Yep.
A famous YouTube gay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Here you guys want to mute this time because I know I hear you in the background saying, "See right there." I'll go ahead and play it.
5150.
3150.
Why don't you go eat that outside and then come on back in?
Didn't anybody ever teach you not to talk with your mouth full, Todd?
That boy is a P-I-G pig.
A lot of your content revolves around food, Todd. Does eating dull the pain? Hey, speaking of dull, you and Kfar should start a channel together. You guys can mukbang each other. Let's see, where else am I not? Oh yeah, I'm not spurging out like a lunatic on the regular.
Fucking guy from fucking Arizona telling a fucking Kentucky resident where the fuck he can and can't walk in fucking public. And I don't know what kind of fucking size balls you have, bro, but I'd like to get a fucking gander at him.
What did he say?
Really,
You're
Rabbit?
playing the victim. Stop being the fucking victim.
Playing the
He's always want to He's always wanting to get a gander at balls.
Yeah, that's the rabbit part two coming up too, Cliff. You paused it right at the right time.
Well, for every gander, there's a goose and shit, which makes me think of double talking jive turkeys, inbred with bad batter.
All right, here we go.
Fucking victim, Rabbit.
Yes, you
Go
are.
into
Look
their
at you.
fucking channel and run your fucking mouth as much as you're running it in mine. Go in their fucking channel.
Oh, I'm running my mouth, Todd? Okay.
Yeah, go in their channel, Rabbit. Why don't you tell them to do something more important, Rabbit?
Then bring it the fuck on, whore. Bring it on, whore. Bring it on, whore. Bring it the fuck on, you fucking whore. You keep threatening to.
Oh.
He's talking about Sarah from Raging Tomato, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, he's talking about Scissor.
He can be talking about all women as far as I'm concerned because he calls them all that same stuff.
Yeah, he's talking about Skizward Scissorhands.
Which, by the way, she would rather get a bikini wax by Edward Scissorhands with Parkinson's than continue a conversation with me. Probably because Dickbag thinks I'm annoying as fuck.
You could say that he's talking about every woman that's ever been in his chat because he calls. Eventually, he calls them all these things.
Yeah.
So
I'm a toothless Muppet. I got toothless Muppet. That's my Muppet name. It's kind of like the Smurf name, you know.
Muppet.
And I got shaky hand Santa. That's mine. Nobody gets the shaky hand Santa. That's mine. I got shaky hand Santa. So
that one's not good enough. He needs to alliterate.
Yeah, he needs to come up with something better.
I expect complete alliteration.
Yeah, you need a Muppet name, you know.
Yeah. Meth Mouth Muppets does qualify. Approved.
Yeah, that's an approved Muppet name.
Yeah,
approved?
but
yeah.
If it was Meth Mouth Muppeteer, Muppeteerer. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have, if you're gonna say shaky and Santa, you gotta have another S in there somewhere.
Yeah, and he's got to do better. He's got to add more ers at the end. So, Meth Mouth Muppeteerer. Yeah.
Just giving you some ideas, Todd.
Yeah. I mean, do better.
Yes, do
if
better.
You're gonna
Do better,
if you're gonna connect with the triad and touch my no square, you're gonna have to do better over there. Okay.
No square.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Stop. Don't touch me there. This
Yeah.
is my no square. Oh, Todd. Here we go.
All right.
What the hell? I don't know what's happening. I'm hitting the play button.
We muted. Are you gonna play?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Press the
fast
play
forward a
button.
little bit.
Right.
There you go.
Hit that
Yeah.
play button.
And I'm certainly not pronouncing my channel to have the best content on YouTube, contrary to any supporting evidence.
It's like the best show. This is legit the best show on YouTube right now. It really is. I don't understand how I don't have thousands of people in this show. This is just amazing. YouTube's trying to hold me down.
Oh man, I'm not going to go into all the ways you're mistaken about that. We'll be here all night. You acknowledge I'm a talented artist, Todd.
I really don't. I don't classify DP as a troll. He is actually a very incredibly talented artist.
And as a talented artist, I can say definitively, you are not one. Not even close. But the real problem, Todd, is that you're an insufferable little prick. So now we've pretty much established where you are, Todd, sitting on ass, being a total prick all day long. As for me, usually I'm out in the real world, being productive at my job or at home doing actual creative things, concepts that are clearly alien to you. Unlike you.
And of course, Todd is
Just like
very
that
good
one.
looking.
Yeah,
He
I'm
leaves
not
the
going to
ladies
pretend like
man.
this is the first time I've seen this, because I've seen this a couple times now, but it's still funny every time you see it. At least for me.
Yeah. Wow. He
but he's gonna
really sees through Todd, doesn't he?
Yeah, but we're gonna start seeing all these connections between the pentagram portraits.
Yeah, the pentagram portraits are really where Dickbag helps nail this together.
Okay, so I'm going to try to play it longer, but if I see something that I want to comment on, man, I'm pausing it.
Yeah, go ahead. Anytime.
12 minutes. If you want to fast forward to 12 minutes, Cliff.
Okay.
12 minutes is where he really starts making those connections.
Oh, okay. 12 minutes.
Okay.
Or wait, 10 minutes.
All right.
10 minutes. Sorry, 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes?
Sorry. Yeah, it's like 10:30. But if you start at 10, that'll be fine.
He likes to take a shortcut. I like to hear
him, and there's some really good work out there.
So, do you have cognitive difficulties, Todd? Problems retaining information? Apparently, because gosh darn it, you just couldn't decide whether he was a good guy or not.
So Fraud Wrangler is he's a guy that they accused of being stolen valor. He did serve in the basic training, but he didn't make it past. He did make some other claims that I can't confirm them. I haven't really looked into it. So I'm not here to malign another person nor their service, no matter how little or how much they did. I have, if what he's accused of is he did, then I think he's not a good person at all.
Well, here's the thing. You dunked on him all the time, Todd, about those very things, but now you're saying, well, I don't know, I can't confirm any of that. I mean, Jesus, talk about a
And look, we're horrible, folks. We're horrible over here, right? We're the Alicia is the devil woman, right?
We're
He's
demons.
labeled all the folks that are trying to raise awareness or speak up on behalf of Andrea. He's trying to label them all as, the devil and horrible, and the horoscope things makes them, the devil warns you about the horoscope, right? He's really been doing the witch hunt on folks, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
that's modus operandi.
There was that scripture that was quoted, right? Matthew 2. What was it?
14 was it?
2.4?
2:14, 2:4.
Do you know what it was, Cliff?
I don't.
But you do remember there was a Bible scripture that was admitted into evidence?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then the defense team for Billy motioned to strike the moon positioning of Lion 1 at her death and that motion was overruled. The moon position is admitted into evidence along with Matthew
14.
Whatever chapter and verse.
Yeah.
On what grounds though? On what grounds are they admitted?
Well, the Matthew is admitted under religious grounds, but the moon placement is admitted under true science
Facts.
Because
the positioning and the alignment can be traced back on a chart.
Yeah, and that's astronomy. That is
based
on
an actual fact. Yeah, as
fact.
actual fact. That the astronomy that was backing up the astrology, you know.
Right. But the meaning of what that placement meant is admitted as well, along with like the meaning, you know, of Matthew. Right. So like, you know, whatever meaning Matthew has for you, that in context with what happened, right, somebody else might be persuaded by the meaning of the placement of the moon. But that's up to them and their religious beliefs.
Right. And it's up to each juror to weigh the evidence however they see fit.
Right.
They can assign whatever value to the evidence. So if you believe in the Matthew, believe in the Matthew. If you believe in the science.
Well, the fact that Matthew is there written in the Bible is a fact, right? Just like the moon was in Cancer at the time of her death, and it was right about to go into Leo. Right. Those are facts.
Meaning,
Like the
those
meaning,
both are facts.
Yeah,
the
it's
meaning
up to the
can
jury.
be
It's up to
exactly.
the jury. And each one of you is a jury member. You know, you decide his guilt for yourself. You don't have the power to lock him up, but you have the power to decide his guilt in your own mind. We all do.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even if you're Sean Porter, you can weigh all the evidence, you know, equally, right? You just whatever. I mean, like if you whatever ones you want to throw out, whatever ones you want to accept, you know.
Yep. I agree. All right, here we go.
No religious persecution.
Well, there we go. There's my answer. If Kaiser did those things, then he's not a very good guy. Well, he did those things, therefore, he's a bad guy. See now, Todd, that wasn't such a hard question to inadvertently answer, was it? But you still just can't figure it out, huh, little buddy? 1 minute you've watched all our videos, the next minute you haven't really looked into it. I mean, you couldn't blame a guy for thinking maybe you really just didn't want to know. In fact, we're going to hear you say that exact thing directly to Kaiser in a few minutes. In truth, it wasn't really hard at all to figure out your position on Kaiser, Todd, being as you were palling around with his butt buddy JJ Scarborough, the corrupt-ass jailer of Meade County, Kentucky. You can just hear the banjos, can't you, folks?
The Meade County jailer is scheduled to face an ethics commission hearing next week after a complaint about abuse of public trust. The Meade County Ethics Commission says it received a complaint from former jailer Troy Seeley, who is accusing the current jailer, J.J. Scarborough, of improper use of public funds, abuse of power, and conflict of interest. The complaint alleges that Scarborough violated the Code of Ethics by giving one employee unmerited raises. Scarborough tells WDRB News the allegations against him are false, and more information will be coming out.
Well, I guess that new...
So somebody in the chat,
just turn the camera off.
Buzz wants to know. Buzz wants to know what the last time I watched DirectD. Somebody asked who DD was, right? And so just so you're aware, it was Bill. Bill asked. It's DirectD, Bill, and DirectD is campaigning for J.J. Scarborough right now. Why do you think that would be? Because he's a corrupt government official. So yeah, DirectD's not who he always claimed to be.
DirectD has nowhere to turn because he's been isolated by anybody with a conscience. So nobody with a conscience will associate themselves with DirectD. So he's left to the JJs, the GSs, the Billies.
Yep. And if you disagree with them, that happens to you, Buzz. That's happened to me too.
Right. The bitch tits, the DMAs.
Yeah, all of them. They'll block you if you say something against their narratives in their chats. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Well, that's a good list right there. Yeah, DirectD, AFA are totally sociopaths, and JJ, Kaiser, Billy.
Yeah, and GS.
Totally
Yeah.
sociopaths.
Yeah, I believe it's just my opinion, but I think GS is also a sociopath. He's a projector. He puts on to other people what he's actually doing. And if you listen carefully, folks, you can figure it out pretty easily. These people that are in his chats, his audience, they all come from product wranglers. So they were easily manipulated back then when they were for product wrangler, Kaiser. And now they're being easily manipulated by GS. I mean,
I don't think they're being
there's
manipulated.
pattern.
I mean, that's what they like.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't think he's being manipulated. They're all manipulating together.
Yeah, I can agree with that too.
Okay.
They just like disparaging other people and dunking on other people continuously.
This isn't an attack on people. They do all say that they hate people, right? The people word, you know. You have to listen to somebody. If somebody doesn't like people, I mean, if somebody tells me that, I believe them, you know, and I find it to be true that they really don't like people, and they don't like me because I'm people, right? They like persons like Donald Trump. You know, he doesn't like people. He likes persons, right, with privilege. You know, and he'll freely admit that. I mean, I don't hold that against him. I think he does know who the people are, and he doesn't like them.
Right. And what has he got against heavy-set women? I mean, man, what does he have against heavy-set women? I mean, good Lord.
Who has that? Lenny Mount? Lenny
Yeah,
Malley?
well, no, he said, as I said, Brother Cliff, birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, they do. You know, if they all hate people, then, man, they've got to be very miserable, unhappy persons.
Yeah, and this union is, you know, centered around people. Okay, the people party is about people, right? And I've always said this is an attack on the union, right? I've always felt that, right? And that's why, you know, they really do hate people, and the government hates people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is.
But we see the evidence of that every day.
This is textbook, right out of the Hoover building.
Yep.
Textbook.
All right, I'm going to continue on the video here. Here we go.
Okay.
Information wasn't all that convincing. What the news reporter critically failed to mention is that the employee who was improperly overpaid is JJ's baby mama, Amber Brown, whom JJ lives with, has a child with, and whom JJ paid a whopping 3 times the average salary as a nurse for the Meade County Jail, making her the highest paid public employee in the county. No conflict of interest whatsoever. You can watch the entire ethics hearing if you want. This channel here covered it. Spoiler alert, JJ and Amber still don't feel like they've done anything wrong, and nothing will happen to him likely. Yeah, it's some real Dukes of Hazzard shit, folks. JJ was Fraud at Wrangler's bestie, co-hosting live stream.
Now, I'm offended by him doing that on the Dukes of Hazzards. I love the Dukes of Hazzards music. I'm offended.
Obviously, he was being facetious. Right? They wish they could be the Dukes of Hazzard.
That's right. Just the good old boys.
Right.
We sang that in Newcastle on a live stream. That was fun.
Right. As if the Dukes of Hazzard would commit murder.
Right, exactly.
As if
No,
they would be down with Savage.
no, not at all.
Right.
Not at all. So look at what we're seeing here on the panel: JJ and Jim Jones, Elbay. Jim Jones,
Yeah.
cult leader.
Yeah, Michael
Wrangler.
Geiser.
Yep. Here we go. And he was proud of being a cult leader. Look at that. And didn't he, when somebody become a member, they'd say, "Welcome to the Roughnecks." Like,
yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Was with him for a year and even sponsored a bowling team with him. Oh, doesn't that just warm the cockles of your hearts, ladies and gentlemen? I wonder who designed their team uniforms. Bear in mind that this is all after JJ was informed about the stolen valor and Kaiser's whole criminal record, past and present. None of that bothered elected law enforcement official JJ Scarborough, and it sure as shit didn't bother Todd, who was there to scrub both of their yam sacks, especially JJ. Todd adores JJ, even with camping with him. Here they are having a weenie roast. Oh, look, how adorable. You know, Todd, for a guy who uses homophobic slurs all the time, I gotta tell you, this is one of the gayest things I've ever seen. And I was in the Navy. It's got some real strong, we're getting married and you can't stop us vibes. Not that there's anything wrong with it. You two make a really cute couple. I'm sure y'all will be very happy together. JJ even gave Todd a real purty rock he found down by the creek bank.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, interesting, all right. But not as interesting as the next comment Todd makes.
My boyfriend JJ threw it to me.
Paging Dr. Freud. I don't know, Todd. Maybe the rock was JJ's way of proposing. Hell, you're both Kentucky residents. It might mean you're married already. Say, wasn't this the camping trip where you guys went on Wrangler's live stream and you asked him to thank you for your service?
Hey, my battery's going dead, so we don't have a whole lot of electric.
All right, brother. Hey, I'll see you.
Thank me for my service.
Thank you, gentlemen, for everything y'all are doing.
The LTC Lieutenant Colonel just thanked me for my service.
You know the difference between these guys and the circle.
You know who that was, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Right
see,
there.
Dick Bag didn't know about that then when he made this video, but that Lieutenant Colonel, or maybe he did know, but that Lieutenant Colonel is the one, Mark Owens, that has come up in this investigation that knew Lion One.
Right. Talked to her 3 hours the day before her death. And I think
and then went and bought a motel room for Billy and the Hawk after the murder. Now, that's Todd. Todd asked him to thank him for his service. What the fuck even?
Yeah, he's always saying that.
Does
Yeah.
that?
Todd does that. Yeah.
From a lieutenant colonel.
For a long time there, he was mentioning his military service almost daily on every live stream. And I think it was just a way to get clout, right? You know, because
What was
people
his
love a
rank?
veteran.
Do you know his rank?
He was a buck sergeant. In other words, 3 stripes.
So, is lieutenant and
Lieutenant
this guy's a
Colonel?
lieutenant colonel?
Yeah, way higher in rank and way higher, and he way more medals. According to GS, he was a ranger actually assigned to a unit. So, yeah. So
And so he asks him, he tells him to thank him for his service.
yeah, he told Wrangler that. Yeah.
No, he told the lieutenant colonel to thank him for his service, right? That's what just happened?
No,
Is Wrangler was going to end the stream, and then GS yelled at the lieutenant colonel to thank him for his service, right? And then the lieutenant colonel thanked him for his service?
I think he was trying to get on screen here with.
Can we back it up
JJ.
and see that again then?
And he was yelling to Wrangler, I think. But I'll back it up a little bit. We can.
Hey, wasn't this the camping trip where you guys went on Wrangler's live stream and you asked him to thank you for your service?
Get my batteries going.
You want to mute your mic? Thank you.
I'm dead, so we don't have a whole lot of electric.
All right, brother. Hey, I'll see you.
Thank me for my service.
Thank you, gentlemen, for everything y'all are doing.
The LTC Lieutenant Colonel just thanked me for my service.
You know the difference between these guys and the Cirque du Soleil? The circus is a cunning array.
Yeah, so the Lieutenant Colonel just thanked GS for his service, and GS was trying to yell at Wrangler to thank him for his service as well. That's what it was.
Oh, to thank the Lieutenant Colonel for his service?
Well, no, GS, the Lieutenant Colonel said thank you for your service to GS off screen, and then GS tried to have Wrangler thank him for his service as well. That's what that was.
Oh.
Yeah. He always wants to be thanked for his service. And he used to keep that a secret, but not really anymore.
Well, he should thank the military for his 40% disability grade so that now he can just receive money every month and he can chill and he doesn't have to worry about a little bit of money coming in GS. And then you got a little bit of grief grifting money in there. You know, you're doing good, GS. Good job.
Well, and he always used to say on his live streams.
We should thank the American people.
Yeah. Well, and he used to do that in all of his live streams. He would say, "You don't have to thank me for my service. I got a paycheck. They took care of us. So I fed my family with it." He said all that stuff, but he still brings up his military service a lot. And I think it's for clout, because, people, if you're a veteran, get treated better, apparently.
You're being too hard on him again, Cliff. You're being too hard on him again. That mannequin in the back is not the mannequin he has right beside his shoulder. That is not to grift off his military service.
No, yeah, he's got it up there. Yeah.
How dare you?
I know, right?
Well, Cliff, you were in the military, and I never saw you ask for a military discount or anything anywhere. But I bet GS, that's the first thing he does. He probably calls them ahead of time. Right. You have military discount. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not going there. Then this place can't even respect me.
Yeah.
If he gets told no, oh man, I can't imagine how bad he flips out when he gets told no on anything.
Yeah, it's to each their own. You can talk about your military service if you want to, and if you don't want to, you don't. That's all I got to say about that. But
this video is pointing out that Todd, and JJ, if you're a law enforcement officer, a jailer, why would you go out of your way to be? I don't even think you should have a YouTube, but if you're going to go on somebody's YouTube, should it be a murderer? A longtime felon that is taunting the government and the victims currently, stolen valor, and that's who he chose to align himself with publicly on YouTube. That was his fate. Yes, right? After it was known that they were doing that stuff. So that's
GS tried to pretend he didn't know. He didn't really look into it.
They all knew. Yeah, if they didn't know, they should have. And this is a political campaign we're talking about here. So it's being funded by run by murderers, not funded. Well, JJ, I don't know. Here's
JJ's
another.
funded.
Let me
No,
wait. Let
JJ
me point
funded
out another
a lot of this.
another connection these guys have. They're fake cops too, like KFAR, fake cop, fake jailer. I don't think he ever worked at a place. I think he just tells stories that his uncle told him to tell. About being a jailer. That's what I think it is. He won't say where he worked. Neither Wrangler was a fake MP, right? The fake MP, the fake cop.
Fake
They were,
Decker.
fake Decker, and they were hanging out with some other fake cops or another guy named Tuttle who was like a cop on YouTube. Anyways, the point being, the fake cop thing is and JJ I think gave them credibility as being fake cop, fake jailers, right? I mean, there is a little connection there too. And then they love violence. And of course, that's where the Red Rum conspiracies start coming in. So, but I wanted to point out KFAR, fake jailer, Wrangler, fake cop, fake MP, right?
Yeah.
And they're buddying up with, and GS is up there with KFAR yesterday, right?
Yeah, and Katie Zed.
We're on.
And Katie Zed mentioned the fact that I got a membership to her channel, and I did get a
I saw
notice
that.
that I got a
Great.
membership. And then she
No,
says, she was like disparaging it, like, oh, great. And
Cliff,
all
I'm
three
in
of
there
them were
lurking too. I'm definitely in Katie Zed's lurking. I'm definitely not in the other channel. I'm definitely in Katie Zed's lurking.
Are you?
Yeah, well, she's
I've
the
never
leader.
heard of
You know
her
what I mean?
channel. I know very little about her, although I do know that she did a live stream with Kaiser, and
Did
she
you see
ignored her whole chat trying to warn
Yeah.
her about him.
You saw that too.
I do know that much. Yeah.
What were you going to say? We'll come back to that. What were you going to say?
Last night, GS submitted to Katie on full submission.
Full submission.
Admitted she was the leader.
Oh my God, it was
He
gross.
said he would never do it. He did it.
He did it. Yeah, so now you can't even take the man at his word because now he's
No,
wishy-washy.
you're laughing, but I'm serious.
Yeah.
You didn't see it. You didn't watch it last night, did you?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it is
I
funny.
did.
It's funny that it happened though because it happened that fast and it's comical at this point.
Right. Did you watch Katie's Head last night?
I did.
Oh yeah.
I watched it on
You did
KFAR's
see it.
channel. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't go to her exact channel. I went to KFAR's because both of them were live streaming.
Well, same
GS
thing.
wasn't.
Same thing.
Yeah.
On the stream. So
Yeah.
they submitted. They both did.
Fully.
She put on her tiara.
Right.
She thinks she's a fucking princess and shit. No. Nay.
Getting a little ahead of yourself.
Yeah. See, I've never really watched her content, so I don't really know who she is.
Well, I mean, it's
But I
smooth
do
and
know
body
she has a
thing.
close relationship with KFAR, and she's been on numerous live streams with GS. So I can see that they are three T's in a pod. So yeah.
Dick Bag also made it well documented the dangers of watching KFAR and KDZ. You will fall asleep. If you're narcoleptic, that's a really bad thing. I guess what's the opposite of narcoleptic?
Insomniac.
If you're an insomniac, oh my God, that's the cure for insomnia.
Yeah,
Dick
no,
Bag,
I'm not.
you know
I'm
what?
not
Dick Bag should be created. Dick Bag deserves a Nobel. Do they give a Nobel Peace Prize for figuring
So
out
I could
insomnia?
turn into an insomniac if I watched more Dick Bag Patrol. I'd be woken up better. I'd be
let's
woken
not
up
go
better.
that far. Oh yeah, we're not going that far yet, Cliff. But reel it back in a little bit. Listen, it's my job to go too far. Okay.
Right.
Okay, that's right. We got to keep that. We got to keep that that narrative going about BSBT. Definitely, he goes too far. All right, here we go. I'm going to play the video again. Dang it! Why does it do this to me? I'm hitting the play button. So I'm gonna have to make it small. Actually, I'm gonna just rewind just a touch.
Yeah, it's meant to happen.
There we go.
You know the difference between these guys and the Cirque du Soleil? The circus is a cunning array of stunts. Anyway, bragging that a lieutenant colonel just thanked you for your service, Todd. I wonder if retired Colonel Owens, whom you met up with on this trip and who you interviewed for your channel, I wonder if he would have agreed to if he knew about your buddy Kaiser's stolen valor and his criminal record. You might not care, but I bet he would have. You bamboozled a high-ranking military officer. Congratulations, I guess. But worse than that, you asked a stolen valor felon scumbag to thank you for your service.
Oh, closer to the hole, sir.
That's pretty low, Todd. Oh, but you could go lower.
Now, see, Lieutenant Colonel might have already known all these things. We don't know.
Yeah, and this is like I've seen this before, but each time, I mean, now that part about the lieutenant colonel stuck out this time. It didn't stick out as much the first time I saw it, but now,
well,
wow.
Dick Patrol might not even realize that there is that connection too.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, he's going to now. He's going to now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
All right. Check out this championship nut washing.
For the record, man, people have asked me, about you and stuff. I said, look, man, I'm not very many people raise their right hand and try to serve their country. And whatever the truth of your service is, at least you raised your right hand, you swore an oath, and you actually stepped up into the gap. Whether it worked out for you or not, I don't know. I don't really know a lot about it. I don't really kind of care.
Oh, now I see why you guys get along so well.
Whether it's true or not is irrelevant.
Murder charges, felonies, stolen valor. There's no possible way to know if any of it's true. Doesn't matter, I guess. And for the record, over 41 million people have raised their right hand since the inception of our military. I wonder what percentage of them flunked out of basic training twice, then went around bragging in public forums about being a combat wounded vet who earned 2 Purple Hearts and 3 tours, while not collecting donations under that faulty pretense. Bet it's pretty small. You know, Todd, I find it amusing that you would malign Master Sergeant Retired, a decorated combat vet who went on to a career in law enforcement, retired from that, and now races cool motorbikes and wins. What was the last thing you won, Todd? Oh, but you're happy to talk shit about Master Sergeant, a guy whose channel, by the way, revolves around exposing stolen valor. But no, you're going to pal around with the guy he exposed. Do you hear how colossally fucking stupid that sounds when you say it out loud, Todd? I mean, you'd think a guy who displays his old army uniform strategically placed behind him during his live streams on a child-sized mannequin would be more discerning. You know, you don't have to like Master Sergeant.
So I'm gonna pull a Chris Ryder right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you're really tired of seeing that mannequin when you go to GS.
1 in the chat. There better be a lot of 1. There better be. Everybody better be putting a 1 right now. Like, come on,
You're leading the audience. You're leading the jury. You're leading the witness.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I didn't want to taint the jury. I already taint the jury? We've been accused of tainting jury pools. Wait. Oh yeah, this is great because Finkel said we're going to taint some jury pools. Whoa, hell yeah! I didn't know. I'm down to taint some more jury pools. Are you?
Okay, Stevenson, that was a good answer. That's a very good answer. Question mark 1. Smile. I like that. I like that. Yes, for the record, says 1. All right. So we only get 2 1s. That's it. You guys aren't tired of looking at that mannequin on the left-hand side when you go to GS's channel in the background? All right.
Okay, fine then. Give us a number 2 if you think GS is the number 2. Give us a number 2 if you think GS is the number 2 in Don Carney's sleeping bag.
So whether they put a 1 or a 2, it's yeah. It's the right answer. I like that. All right. Let's mute again and continue the video.
Or shiz. I mean, shiz could be a legitimate hoe And Master Sergeant could exclusively eat foods loaded with MSG, and it wouldn't matter. As the fact of the matter is, a fact that you acknowledged, Todd, they exposed Kaiser, the guy whose tiny nutsack you so vigorously scrubbed, for the criminal scumbag he is, with official documents and everything. But I bet you can go even lower, can't you, Todd? Ha. See, I knew you could do it.
Look at that. A $9.99 super chat. Look forward to meeting you soon. Okay. Yeah. Okay, GS. Yeah. But you weren't supporting him.
It's almost like these digital footprints are all over the place, Todd. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Little buddy, super chats. Can't wait to meet you. Oh, did you meet him, Todd? Did you meet him?
You a bitch.
Anyway, since we seem to have definitively answered how you feel about Kaiser, I decided to ask you a new, more appropriate question on Raging Tomatoes panel.
Dickbag Patrol to you.
Yeah, I just want to ask Todd how it feels to be a cuckold for a stolen valor, felonious, murdering shitbag, and a corrupt, shit-kicking Kentucky Fried fuck of a jailer.
Ask your boyfriend.
Don't interrupt. We're just gonna let.
No, that was it. And you heard his dumbass response. Gee, Todd, I really don't have a boyfriend right now, anyway. If I did, I guess it would be Scotto. We could ask him. But I have my doubts he's ever been a cuckold for a stolen valor, felonious, murdering shitbag, and a corrupt Kentucky Fried fuck of a jailer. But to be clear, you are, Todd. Besides, why would you care what he thinks? He's just another degenerate sodomite, right? Degenerate sodomites is what Todd calls gay folks. If that sounds like some old-timey biblical shit, congratulations. You nailed it. Our little leg humper is also a Bible thumper. Check out this humble-ass servant.
Bring it the fuck on, whore. Bring it on, whore.
Whoa.
That's buffering.
It's buffering on that end. Perfect. And why is it that only Scotto has a chance for Dickbag? Why, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Check out the video Dickbag did on BSBT and how fucking annoying he is and shit. Be sure to check that video out. Is it still buffering?
But I'm gonna hit play again. Hopefully it won't buffer. It's buffering. Let me get rid of.
I'm tossing softballs. Like, oh, are we still buffering? Oh yeah. We've got this nice plane flying overhead.
Let me just back it up. I'll back it up a little bit and see.
And it'll probably start playing. Yeah.
It's also a Bible thumper. Check out this humble-ass servant.
Bring it the fuck on, whore. Bring it on, whore. Bring it on, whore. Bring it the fuck on, you fucking whore.
Now, Todd has admitted he was asked to leave a church once, like for good, on account of his outlook on things. Probably they didn't hate queers enough or thought women should be allowed to speak. I don't know. I've never met anyone that...
Scotto just made a statement for you, BSBT. He says, "You know I'm extra, BSBT." Laugh out loud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Scotto's got my... Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
It's been excommunicated before. I didn't know that shit still happened. I asked Todd about it in his comments section, and this was his reply. Huh. I really don't think my praying will keep you from being an asshole, Todd. That's on you. Todd loves to be a sanctimonious little shit about his religion, even though he admits he's only read a portion of the book he holds over everyone else's head in judgment.
I am a very young Christian. I've said it often and I've said it loudly. I've maybe read a quarter of the Bible.
Ding, 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 ding. Ever since he started on YouTube, he has said he's read maybe a quarter of the Bible. What happened, GS? It's been a year and a half. You haven't read any more of the Bible? What's going on?
Did you just notice that fucking rhetoric that he said? Okay, the young Christians and the young Turks.
Mm.
This is true. This is true.
Mm.
He did make the Turks. Okay, well, the Huns are an enemy of the people, but they're also an enemy of the Christians.
Yeah.
Right. So the young Christians, right, that's their out for not knowing, for doing wrong, is because they're young Christians. Yeah. So now they can't be held responsible for their lack of morals. I was misguided because I'm too new to this. I'm too new to understand that Redrum is wrong. Right, because he's a young Christian. Right. So, and that's how he uses.
And he's only read a quarter of the Bible since he's been on YouTube. From the very day one, he said he's only read a quarter of the Bible, and now it's been a year and a half, and he's still only read a quarter of the Bible.
Yeah, even an atheist like Scott has better morals than GS, it appears. All right.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay, here we go.
I don't profess to be a teacher. I'm certainly not a prophet. I'm certainly not an evangelist. Well, I try to be an evangelist. Bring it on, whore. By sharing my testimony when I could, when I can.
Whore.
Am I a
all the filth that comes out of his mouth is, but then he judges everybody else. He thinks he's the judge and the executioner of what's righteous and what's not righteous, and he uses his Christianity to try to disparage other people and say really shitty things about them, and he thinks that's the Christian way.
You're making a good point, Cliff. And then to add to that point, they also point to the fact that we don't have a criminal record. Look at our spotless records, right? That doesn't mean that you can have a perfect record your whole life and then still be morally corrupt and do crappy things and just never be found out. So, and GS, you're starting to be found out because look, you're leaving a trail of evidence.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I try to keep my own Christianity to myself and my beliefs to myself. Oh, look at this. Look who just jumped into the chat. And the first words out of his mouth, "Hey, losers." It's always got to be something disparaging, right? Right, GS? That's just who you are.
Grifting Garden Gnome in 4G? Agrees.
Yep.
Grifting Garden Gnome in 4G.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's who it is. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Look at this. Just in time for more spurious accusations. All we're doing is playing videos of you speaking.
Right. They're your words. They're your words, GS. They are your words.
Remember, GS, the internet is forever.
They're specifically spurious.
Yeah, in a general kind of way, but no, specific, in a specific kind of way too.
Yeah, specifically spurious. Yeah.
All right, let's continue to play.
young Christian? Yes. If that makes me an immature Christian, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we were kind of asking this question, GS. How long have you been on YouTube? About a year and a half, and you still only read a quarter of the Bible? Because you've been saying that from day one. So did you stop reading? Oh, now he just says spurred harder. He won't answer our questions. Answer the question. That's how he acts if somebody doesn't answer his questions. Answer the question. Come on, answer the question. Yeah, I don't want to act that way. I know I'm being too hard on GS. I got to be careful with that too. He does have anger issues. Oh, who are you asking that question to, GS? Who? Who are you asking that question to? Right? Do you even know what the hell you're talking about? You're sick. You've got to ask a question and you do it in such a way. Yeah. You always got to make these spurious accusations. Project much, GS?
I think GS is showing off his genetic fallacies right now. Your genetic fallacies are showing GS.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Here we go. Another projection. Hard drive check time? Yeah, is it time, GS, to check a certain person's hard drive? Huh? GS? Huh?
If it makes me an immature Christian, because I've had people that have been studying for 40 years are amazed at how I glean certain things about certain passages.
And that sounds like you're a cop. Huh? Check somebody's hard drive? Cops do that, right? Are you a cop, GS? Are you a government agent? Are you? Answer the question.
To be fair. I scanned a hard drive or two in my day.
Oh, project some more, GS. Come on, bring it on.
Passages for somebody who had only read a passage for the first time right then and there. They're like, wow, that's, I've been a pastor for I don't know how long. I've been studying this for 40 years, and that's an amazing insight. That said, I don't brag on that. That doesn't come.
That said,
for me, that's 100% from God.
Oh, well, let's all just have a slice of humble pie. Anybody buy that? Like any part of it?
Oh, here's another one. Dance monkeys. Dance for my entertainment. This is adorable. There you go. BSBT. Yeah. Let's dance. Let's still dance for GS. Woo woo. Woo woo. Oh, GS. You're so insufferable. Insufferable. Here we go.
Well, I do believe the part about him only reading a fraction of the Bible. I can think of a few verses you seem to have skipped, Todd.
Oh, I want to read that. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. I like that. I like that. I'll back that up a little bit here. Ooh, I want to go back here to this other one too. I want to read them. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, humility, value others above yourself. Now, I've heard you say these words. Listen to your betters. Yes, you think you're better than other people, don't you? Listen to your betters. There's no humility in that. Just conceit. Philippians 2:3. Maybe you should read that passage. Here we go. Ooh. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. And I think I remember somebody saying, God
Wait, let me read that. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do,
you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. Wow. Okay, that is amazing. Matthew 6.1, right? And look at these words. Okay, righteousness, right? People are righteous. And then it uses the word others. And others is in the 10th Amendment, and it's also in the slave clause, where it says all other persons shall be counted as 3/5. Right. Others in the Constitution is how they refer to slaves. Right. But GS also hates the Constitution. Do you remember with that? When I said the more perfect union, he was like, "Oh, you're talking about the Constitution." And at first I was like thrown off. Like I thought he was talking about like a specific amendments or whatever. Because I didn't think somebody would be opposed to the Constitution. Like,
yeah, he disparaged the whole thing.
And he swore an oath to the Constitution, and he acted like he did not like the Constitution.
Yep, he did. He did act that way.
Right, but okay, but back to this, there's more to it. See, so practicing your righteousness in front of others, right? It would be like in the show Bewitched. Do you remember Bewitched?
Yeah, I remember Bewitched.
Okay. Well, do you remember there was a word what they called others essentially, and those were the ones that didn't know magic, like a muggle or a muggle or a maggle or something, but they were the ones that didn't do magic, right? And it wasn't like honorable to practice your magic in front of somebody that didn't know magic, right? You don't show them the magic, right? Because it lacks morals.
Okay,
right?
Utah Defender's in the house right now. Utah Defender.
The dreamer of determination.
No, it's Utah Defender. It's
Utah Defender, Spec 4. Yeah, Spec 4.
Yeah. It says, additionally, Cliff, I've listened to your other live posts. Have you let Yaya or Peoples take over your show? Because it sure seems like it. Well,
He didn't
you
let
don't
me.
watch enough.
It just took the fuck over. Mortals is what
Yeah.
they call it.
Yeah, he just took the fuck over. Utah Defender, you need to keep up a little better.
Right, because like this, okay, so people never die, right? And righteous, when you're righteous, right, like the spirit lives on. In the Bible, right, the body died, but the spirit rose 3 days later, right? And they even use a different word, right? There was Jesus, and then there was Christ.
Right.
Right. Christ was reborn. Right. But Jesus died on the cross.
Right.
Right. So the spirit, you see, it's a different word. It's not the same word.
Right. Jesus was the body.
Yes.
Christ was the
right. And
soul.
Jesus in Latin means Jesus, which means of the earth. Right. So you see, the body is of the earth. Okay, but the spirit is from above.
Hence, people never die.
Right. People are what's on the inside, the right of the people to be secure in their person. So person would be like of the earth. Right. And then the people are from above and they are in the body, but they can also not be in the body, right? The Fourth Amendment right of the people not to be in their person.
Right.
Like Mr. Miyagi and just float up on a happy cloud.
Yeah. Utah Defender, I still love you, man. Best thing Cliff could do is put a dressing generally specific and let him live in the silence and darkness that he's created for himself. And sometimes I agree with that, but then sometimes you need to call out the darkness, especially when they're trying to squelch the light with their darkness. Sometimes that needs to be.
Well, Spec 4's Hey, Cliff, correct me if I'm wrong. They need to go through leadership training before that they can advance after being a Spec 4, right?
Yes, in this movement,
Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't have a leadership position.
Right, but it's optional. You don't have to go
Yeah.
through leadership training.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's you want to keep going in this because that was a very interesting passage that
It was. It was.
Yeah.
And these are good passages too. Leave it to Dickbag Patrol to find these Bible verses.
Well, and leave it to Dickbag Patrol, who knew that this was going to happen, so that we could educate GS. So this was all an elaborate plan by DP to teach GS, and then of course, that just happened because the universe came together.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should bookmark them or have them printed and laminated for easy reference. What with your poor retention skills. Oh, by the way, Todd, I peeked at the end. Turns out the devil banged your mom, and then 9 months later, there you were. And here you are all these years later, helping to usher in the end times. How delightful. Hey, is that why you got kicked out of that church? Did they sniff you out? They know the Antichrist when they see him. Remember, Todd, you can't fool all the people all the time. All I'm saying is I don't trust an electrician who's only read a quarter of the training manual.
Yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
Maybe don't be such a holier-than-thou prick until you've at least read the whole thing, right? Oh, hey, speaking of that, guess which one of us between me and Todd disowned their kid for being queer? You'll never ever guess.
That's some cold shit.
Well, let's not be too harsh. I'm sure Todd was only following something what it says in the Bible. Now, let's see if we can find it here. Ah, yes, here we go. The Book of Douchebag. I knew I'd seen that somewhere before. I'd like to do a dramatic reading if I might.
From the Book of Douchebag, Chapter 4, verses 13 through 17. And lo, if thy offspring delight not in the Lord, but in Broadway musicals, thou shalt rend thy tunic in performative outrage. Yea, cast out the degenerate sodomites from thine homestead, and rail against their sins on YouTube. For the Lord of hosts doth surely care more for feeding thine own inner fears and insecurities than for the love of
Oh my Lord. I gotta watch a little more of Dickbag Patrol. Oh my God. That's exactly what we're doing, Utah Defender. We are bringing the community together. That's exactly what we're doing.
The good guys and the bad guys in wrestling are both in the WWE, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. West Side Accountability. Thank you. You didn't need to do that. Love Bible study, she says. I appreciate
If it
that.
looks like everybody's divided, then you need to get a broader perspective and look at things from farther away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zoom out.
Yeah.
You're in the foxhole, son.
Yeah.
Get out of the foxhole.
It's why you're burning your ass. Get out of there.
All right.
Shall we commit?
We shall.
thine own blood. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah, praise the Lord.
You know, I think I really may have missed my calling. Sleazy TV preacher just has such a great ring to it. Speaking of catchy names, Todd has a whole pocket full of insults and names for people he don't like, including his own kin, apparently. Degenerate sodomites, subversives, bad faith actors, and commies for some reason. The fuck is this, the 1950s, Todd? What are you, J. Edgar Hoover? By the way, I looked it up. The American Communist Party claims a mere 200,000 people as members, although it's probably lower than that. That's 0.06% of the population, Todd. Yet you seem to run into commies on the regular. So either you're the biggest commie magnet ever, or you're totally full of shit. Guess which one I vote for. Todd will also accuse people of being Mossad at the drop of a hat. Yeah, as in the Israeli secret police. They're everywhere too, in Todd's world. Todd has called me most, if not all, of these names at one time or another, including Mossad. Damn it, Todd, you blew my cover. Secret man. I'm also a Chinese jet pilot and a Hindu pastry chef in my spare time. Fucking idiot. Speaking of that, Todd really has problems with Jews. He loves to harp on them. Get it?
Yeah.
Jews harp? Oh, never mind. He definitely has it in for those of the Hebrew persuasion. He uses a ridiculously cringy cartoon Jewish voice.
Let's find out what all the Jewish people in NYC. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's just like Nazi Germany. Go away! I'm gonna hold my sign up.
Todd likes to call Jewish
Oh
people
my God,
bagels, and he calls people Jews.
Oh, you didn't know about this, people?
I didn't know it was his specific Jew voice. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a stupid voice he did. I didn't know it was fucking based on anything. Yeah, it's based on his inherent racism.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
that
what
would
it's
be
based on. He used to say, I don't have a problem with the Jews. I have a problem with the synagogue of Satan. Those are the people that killed Christ, or Jesus, right? And but he doesn't do that anymore. He doesn't even preface it or say. He just anybody that even has a last name that's Jewish or anybody that he doesn't like. No, go ahead.
Can you say that word, Cliff? Ethnicism.
Ethnicism.
Ethnicism. Good job. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, okay, so it's not racism because being Jew is not a race.
Right.
Ethnicity.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah. So he's an ethnicist. Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, so if you had
Either
Paul
way,
Carroll,
it's just as bad.
yeah, hold on there, Cliff. If you had Paul Carroll would be willing to throw another one of those is in the oven. You know what I mean? Paul Carroll would be throwing another one of those in the oven right away.
And I think GS wants to do that too.
Yeah, I think GS would sit there and watch and actually document it and be like, "You're not doing that." Paul Carroll admitted that he would.
He says they always have their suitcases packed, ready to be kicked out of yet another country. He says so.
Yeah, that whole comes from that. Yeah. He would follow orders and put the Jews in the oven because it might be complicated. He's not going to. Yeah.
And this is who he really is. I mean, this is why I got so uncomfortable with him and left his orbit completely. I mean, I left his channel. And, yeah, when I was because I was helping. No, I'm talking about GS. I was helping him build his channel. Well, I'm talking about. Well, okay. Either way.
You know who Paul Carroll is?
I don't.
Okay, well, Paul Carroll is my resident attorney. He's BSBT's resident attorney. That is correct. True news. And he professes to be from the prestigious University of Minnesota. Wait, no, it's not Minnesota. It's a place in Minnesota that had that Supreme Court justice. It's not even the University of Minnesota. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, we're not even talking as prestigious as University of Minnesota. Anyways, my resident attorney, he is simply there to oppose everything that I say. I know. See, I go get his advice, and then I'm like, okay, you tell me what you would do as my resident attorney, and then I do the polar opposite of what he says. Flawless, undefeated. So I mean, like, it really is a masterful strategy. So, but he works for the government. He's a prosecutor, self-proclaimed, because he won't present any evidence or tell us where he works. Just like Kfar, the fake jailer, and Wrangler, the fake MP. That's what brought him up. That's why I wanted to hone in on Paul Carroll for a minute, because he had brought up the fakers, right? And he's in, even frauded or troll, right? That won't show his face. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? they're fakers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Freeman
Because
Press.
don't do that.
Todd was never kicked out of the military, so let's not do that.
If they
He
really
was, however, kicked out of a church. So
he got kicked out of the church for good.
Of a church, yes. Yeah.
A church.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just for the day. Yeah, not just like, hey, don't come back for a day, or hey, you're trespassed for a year. It was like, hey, you're gone. Don't ever come back. At a place that's usually pretty forgiving.
And I don't want to let this go. Todd was never kicked out of the military. He did have to take a medical discharge. Okay, so it wasn't his fault that he had to leave the military. So let's not spread bad rumors about people. Okay, unless
Was it a mental medical discharge?
Yeah, I mean, it was kicked out, but it wasn't for negative reasons.
Was it a mental thing?
No, it was physical. According to him. Now, I didn't look close enough at his DD-214 because I really didn't care. But he said it was because of not being able to physically do the work anymore. So, and I'll take his word for that. Okay.
Well, he is the runt of the litter.
But yeah, I don't want to spread rumors that there's negative reasons why he left the military. I don't want to do that. That's not who I am. Okay,
I do.
Just want to make. I mean, we're dunking on him, but I don't want to.
No, there's enough true stuff about him. I mean, let's get real here for a minute.
Yeah,
folks.
we don't have to lie.
This guy, you cannot disparage this guy in any way, shape, or form. He's undisparagable. Spotless record, spotless record, angelic human being, never done anything wrong in his life.
Yeah. Oh, we have Press with Rancor in the house. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. You want to play the video?
Yeah. There we go.
Jews or bagels, even if they're not.
He seems to be a Christian, although he sounds like a Jew. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe he's a Messianic Jew. I don't know.
Not Jewish. And even if I was, what difference would it make?
The way he talks, the way he can't seem to keep his mouth fully closed. I'm just saying I think there's some bagel aspects to the guy that aren't to be trusted. Not against the law, but I'm just saying I got my eye on the guy.
That's right. You better not even think about doing anything even remotely Jewish, or Todd will be all over you like locks on a bagel. You know, Todd, for a guy who likes to talk shit on Jews, I noticed you have a couple of videos where you're making something out of a bagel. I don't think that's kosher, Todd. So you don't have any problem eating bagels. Pile a bunch of crap on them first, but still. You better not let your local anti-Semite league find out about that, Todd. They'll take away your secret decoder ring. You know who you should hang out with, though, Todd? Them radical black Israelite groups. Oh, yeah. You guys would get along great. They think all Jews are fake, and they're the true Israelites. They consider homosexuality to be a plague and think women should have no voice. They're loud, ignorant, obnoxious, and one of the most hateful, bigoted groups in this country. You guys would be a perfect match. Oh, except for that they also think that all white people are the devil. And you, well...
But you got to watch out for white people because they're super dangerous, right? I mean, isn't that the narrative? And when I keep pointing out that as a white man, I'm 40 times more likely to be attacked by a black man than the opposite. Not 40%, 40 times, a magnitude of 40. So knock off with this bullshit narrative that black people are scared of white people in America. No, it's like this huge chip on there. Well, they think they can get away with that shit, dude. And they are getting away with it.
If I'm 40 times more likely to get socked in the mouth by a black dude, and I can show you 99 unique videos of black people beating the brakes off of white people to every one unique video of the opposite being true, you'd still stick to that narrative, wouldn't you? Because you're one of those fucking freedom fighters that's going to literally make yourself become extinct because you want to virtue signal your way all the way to the grave.
Yep, nice way to work in that white replacement stuff there at the end. Great job. I can believe you personally are 40 times more likely to get your ass beat by a black dude, Todd, but also by white dudes, Jewish dudes, gay dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sensing a pattern here for me.
Yeah. Yeah. He does know how to create enemies. That's for sure. And then he's always telling me, "You can come to my house and talk to me that way." And it's always got to be this bravado where he wants to, talk about how physically tough he is, and it's high school. He acts like a high school child most of the time. He really does.
Right, but I'm not buying that he's not connected to this group and this murder. He's trying to say he's not,
Yeah. I
but
know.
he is.
Yeah. I think so too. Yeah, there's something way more nefarious going on than just a husband wanting to get all of the stuff of his deceased wife. There's a bigger picture involved here, and I think people are starting to put two and two together. And A plus A, or A times A, still equals A. A plus A equals A, right?
Right.
So,
Well,
what
I
was
don't
it
know
he was trying to
about
say
all
was
that, but if
a
you're talking about the laws
circular,
of logic, you're
yeah,
talking about the laws
some
of logic.
circular thing. Yeah, something. He said something was a circular argument that made no sense, and it made perfect sense. Science
Okay.
is science.
Okay, here's what a circular argument it is, right? Like, let's say that you go to a government building, okay, you go to the police station, and then you want something, and they send you to City Hall. And then City Hall, you go to City Hall, and then City Hall sends you back to the police station. Okay, that's a circular argument.
Right.
Right. So if you look up a word and you look it up, and let's say the word is asshole, right? And then the definition of asshole is generally specific. And then you go and then you go and you look up the definition of generally specific, and it says the definition of that is asshole. Then that would be a circular definition.
Yeah.
Okay. But to say that like generally specific equals generally specific is not a circular argument. That is the first law of logic.
Yeah. So
And
he
if
was
you
saying,
want to pull
I
up
was
another
saying
window,
science. Science is science.
well, that's not science when we're talking about the law of logic. That is philosophy by Aristotle,
Right.
who wrote the three laws of logic. You can pull them up if you want on another window and show your screen, and we can look at the laws of logic.
Uh-oh, don't do that. GS's head might explode.
Laws
It's not very Christian-like. Logic is not Christian.
logic. Now we're doing something that GS does all the time. He's always got to Google something. Let me go ahead and stop sharing here. And then let's go. And I'll show it on the screen. So, laws of logic. The three fundamental laws of logic, also known as the laws of thought, are the law of identity, the law of non-contradiction, and the law of excluded middle.
Correct. And
These laws are foundational principles that underpin logical systems and reasoning. That's very interesting.
now, can you pull up the three laws?
Okay, so the law of identity.
It's A equals A equals A, right?
Let me go pull it up. Law of identity. Every object is identical to itself. A is A for all, and then X is X equals X. So science is science, and it equals science. So didn't misspeak,
Well,
but he was mainly trying to ridicule me over it. So
well, these laws of logic underpin the philosophy that I espouse, right? Which is that
right,
people are people
right.
and persons are persons.
And they are
Citizens are citizens. People are not persons, and persons are not people, and people are not persons and people at the same time.
right.
Right. And that is what these three laws of logic are. So the first law of identity is A equals A equals A. The second law is the law of the excluded middle, and that is A does not equal A and B at the same time. And then the law of non-contradiction is that A does not equal A and B.
Yeah.
Or the A does not equal B. Sorry, that's the law of non-contradiction. That A does not equal B, because that would be a contradiction. Right. So to say that people equals persons is a contradiction. And in the Constitution, people
They
have the right.
distinguish those things.
Yes,
Right.
people have the rights, and persons have privileges and immunities. Well, citizens have immunities, persons just have privileges. Citizens have privileges and immunities.
Yeah. And that all makes perfect sense.
And then there's
And
others. Others were considered 3/5.
so slaves.
Yes. But the 10th Amendment, right, uses the word others as well. Right? I'll read it. I'll pull that up. Yeah, I'm ready for this. The 10th Amendment. Okay. Oh, whoops. The 9th Amendment. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. Right. So if we substitute the word slave for others, I'll read it again. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage slaves retained by the people. So this amendment is doing several things. One, it's trying to make slavery righteous, which it's not. And the people do not go past the 8th word in the 4th Amendment. But here we're down at the 9th Amendment, and they're trying to shout out to people and claim that slaves are retained by people. People do not retain slaves. Persons retain slaves. And it's not righteous, and it never was righteous. And people just don't do that, right? But they claim that there's these slaves, others, and they're retained by people. And it's saying that the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights, okay, shall not be construed to deny or disparage slaves retained by the people. So if you're denying that they're slaves, then the government would be saying that that would be an illegal taking as well under the takings clause, right? Because slaves were property. So if you're going to deny that they own their slaves, then the government can't do that, the federal government. And they can't disparage the slaves either, meaning that the government can't whip their slaves. Only you can whip your slaves. They have to get your permission, right, to whip your slaves. Just like, if you have property now, right, they can't kick you off of somebody else's property. They need the property owner's permission in order to kick you off. So that would be denying or disparaging your property, right? It'd be an illegal taking. And so they're saying they can't, deny or disparage slaves retained by the people. Now, if they wanted to say deny or disparage rights retained by the people, then they would have said rights. They knew how to say rights. They said rights 7 times throughout the Constitution. And in this amendment specifically, they said it once. They could have said it twice if they meant that, but they didn't. And there's never been any rights found within the 9th Amendment, right? There aren't any rights. So, like, any idea that right, others means rights just doesn't make any sense. But then the reason that slavery went away was because even though there was this 9th Amendment, what happened is that the southern states seceded from the Union and removed their congressmen, their senators from the people's
From the
house,
Union.
and from the Union, and then so they no longer had a vote. So then when the 11th Amendment, the 13th Amendment, the 14th Amendment came along, they were not there in order to vote against it. So it easily passed as a further amendment, which is all these are, is amendments. Okay, just because an amendment contains a right does not make all amendments rights.
Right.
Only rights are only conferred in the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, and the Fourth Amendment. Right. No other amendment talks about rights. They're about privileges or immunities.
Right. Yeah. And that's the Constitution lesson for the day, folks. And that's what my wife
that's
and
a
I.
logic lesson. We went to Aristotle and got the 3 laws of logic, right?
Yep.
Right. And if you want to follow the 3 laws of logic, then people are people, right? Being peaceable is 100% black and white, right? But if you want to be reasonable and be a person, then you don't have to be peaceable all the time, right? You can breach the peace in defense of your life or in defense of another. And so you start blurring the lines of morality, right? But like practicing your righteousness in front of the others. You see what I'm saying? You don't need to do that. Just be righteous. You don't need to go and tell the others that they're not righteous, because there's nothing wrong with being others, right? There's no right or wrong on which path you're on, right? Nothing against others, nothing against, the righteous or people or person are neither better or worse, but they are different and on different paths in different positions, right? And each one has their own abilities and disabilities.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that anyone is better than the other. It's and he talks about, listen to your betters, because he actually believes he's better than other people.
Well, within personhood, when you're wearing a personhood, okay, there are betters, right? And because then you start getting into a class structure, like society, climbing that ladder, right? But like in the Bible, with the Tower of Babel, right? Building that tower, it collapses because it's built on hollow bricks, right? But the righteous are just on firm ground. It's the hill. It's not very high, but it's high enough, and it never collapses because it's solid.
Right.
It's righteous. Right. But attempting to build that, through privilege, right, through entitlement to elevate oneself, right, through a character, an image, a persona.
Right. Your name, build your name.
Yeah. And people
I've got
don't
a
have
name to
names,
protect.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But people don't have names, but persons do. And once they, take on that persona, one persona leads to another persona, to another and another and another. And because you've already broken the law of identity.
Right.
Right. Because you are what you are. And you can't
Numerous
just snap your finger and change what you are.
Right. And when you have multiple identities, it leads to an identity crisis.
Right. And
Yeah.
GS will firmly point that out when somebody like tries to change their identity. But you know, like say a man or a woman trying to change their identity, right? And he would say that they can't do that because he would say their identity is a man or a woman. But if you back up, their identity is you know, human, right?
Right.
Right. And so, you know, if you back up to the beginning, I mean, really, we are what we are, right? And nobody knows what we are. To claim that you know what you are is pretty bold.
Yeah.
You know, Socrates said that he was, well, he didn't say, but the Oracle of Delphi said that Socrates was the wisest of all because he knew one thing, and that was that he knew nothing.
That is wise. That is wisdom. You know?
That is wisdom. Yes. According to the Oracle of Delphi.
All right, so I'm going to stop sharing the screen here.
But you're going to go back to that video?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
what I was going to do, is pull it back up. We ain't done yet, folks. I know it's been a long stream, but we want to get through all of it. Let's see here.
I put that video and I texted it to you.
Okay.
That one.
The one of you being annoying as fuck.
VSP
can send it to me, folks.
Oh my god.
He's so proud of himself for getting on Dick Bag Patrol.
Here we go.
It's not easy to get, it's not easy to get thrown in the hate cow without committing a crime, and it's not easy to get on Dick Bag Patrol without being a dick bag. But BSBT pulled it off. He's just annoying.
Yeah.
But usually Dick Bag Patrol only posts dick bags.
And Dick Bag he's a troll. He's a troll. And he's very good at it. So
yeah,
nothing wrong with it.
Right.
It's funny. And there's a lot of truth. He speaks a lot of truth to what he's saying, and that's what makes it so funny too. You know. GS is live.
Talking smack about Sarah.
He's talking smack about Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh, why would he do that?
Of course, he goes right for the women.
He does.
Every time.
He's such a bitch. Yeah, he is predictable. Very predictable. I know how he's gonna do the stream tomorrow already. I don't even have to watch how he dunks on this stream that we're doing today. I already know what he's gonna do.
Dunk on? He does not dunk on anybody.
No, he says he is.
Entire fucking life.
What, 5'2", he's dunking on what?
5'2" dunking.
He can't dunk on shit.
He says he is. He's dunking turds and flushing dunking nerds and flushing turds. What he says, when he should be just dunking himself and flushing himself because his stuff is garbage. Anyway, here we go with the video.
Oh boy, Todd and women.
Who is just generally specific. He's a toddler on the internet who gets off at focusing on everybody else and not himself. GS is incredibly insecure. He is like, my 9-year-old is more secure than GS.
That's definitely a whole separate video. Anyway, the reason I say you have more chance of getting your butt whooped than the average person, Todd, is because you're a short, loudmouth bigot. See, I even got a phony chart to back it up, which is more than you have. You just picked it up from some other racist bonehead YouTuber and repeated it. I asked ChatGPT about this, and I'm actually going to make a separate video expanding on this a bit, but the long and short of it is you are very wrong, and ChatGPT even gave me a message for you, Todd. Quote, actually, FBI data shows most violent crime is within the same race. 81% of white victims by whites, 91% of black victims by blacks. The 40 times claim is a total fabrication. It doesn't appear anywhere in DOJ or BJS stats. Interracial crime is rare. If you're going to spew numbers, do some real research next time. End quote. Oh, wait, you said you could prove it though, right? You said you could show us 99 unique videos of black people beating the brakes off of white people to every one unique video of the opposite. Well, I think I speak for everybody when I say we're all really looking forward to your 100 video montage proving this, Todd. Coming soon, I'm sure. You know what we do have, though, is quite a collection of clips of Todd being a bigoted shit stain, thanks to Spider Dog's Webhouse. Truthfully, I don't think most people would bother beating your brakes, Todd. You're just a joke. And you pose no real threat of any kind, other than as an irritant, so you just come off as a ridiculous, bloviating cartoon character.
No, I disagree with that. I think he is dangerous.
Yes. Yes. Very dangerous.
I think he's very, very dangerous.
They really have formed a murderous mob.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
They really
I have
fucking
that
have.
opinion as well. I have that
I mean,
opinion
a lot
as
of
well.
them might have had, you know, just trolly, jokey intentions at first. A lot of them, you know, because I'm including even the commenters, right? Like the behind the scenes. There is just, I mean, a cult going on, quite literally.
Did you just say a cult is going on? Literally?
Yeah, quite literally though, like really a cult,
Yeah.
you know. Not the cult that we joke about, but
right. He projects
right.
But he projects that we're a cult. So again, he's projecting what he is. And that is predictable. Anytime he says something disparaging about somebody else, he's projecting what he is. He needs to look in the mirror and really, but he's not going to. He's the demon. He's
Well, the Kaiser
he's
cult.
evil.
I mean, you see, now combined with Billy, that is going to be that is going to develop. You understand that, right? Like, especially if he goes to jail, if he goes, you know, and he
I think it already has developed. I think he's already a cult leader. I think he's already a cult leader. I think that's already developed. I really do.
Because JJ being the jailer, and then there's two murderers, KFAR and GS on the side of Direct D.
Yeah, the triad. Yeah, part of the triad.
Well, he is part of the triad, but he seems to be like part of the very close circle of JJ.
Yeah, well, absolutely he is
a very important part, and also JJ would be important to Direct D because Direct D has like 0 lifelines within any buddy with any type of morals in the community, right? They don't want anything to do with him. Nobody I've ever met has said a good word about Direct D, but they're the only ones that he can cling to are you know, the AFAs, the DMAs, the JJs.
Yeah.
Billies and Kaisers. You know, that those are the only ones that I'll associate with him, right? Or even talk to them behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because they gravitate towards that. They want that.
Yep.
I think GS like is counting how many murderers he has in his phone. He wants to have like the most murderers.
He wants to collect them. Yeah. Oh my god.
They're like notches on his bedpost and shit.
Yeah. How many can he suck the balls on? You know. Oh, that just came out of my mouth. That's
No,
filthy.
but what he does
don't like
is
talking that way.
real, and it does translate into you know, other followers, right? They jump
Yeah.
on that bandwagon and
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take myself off camera. I'm going to play this video, and I'm going to go outside and have a cigarette. When I come back in, we'll talk about what was played. So if you guys just hold your thoughts until I get back in here to pause it again.
yeah, I
and
can
we'll
do that.
discuss what was played. Okay. All right, so here we're going to do this, and I'm going to hit play. Here we go.
Instead of a handsome, intelligent one. You're like Yosemite Sam if he were a white Christian nationalist.
Oh, I hate them queer black collie Jews.
Hey, speaking of racist, remember when you had your pal BZ Watchdog on to try and whitewash? Literally, him telling a black security guard to go back to Africa.
You racist. You told me to leave here because I'm from Africa. You racist.
No, I said you need to go back to Africa, learn the laws, and then come back.
You told me to go back to Africa.
No, I said you need to learn the laws. No.
You racist.
Yeah, you know what? Go to Africa, come back and learn when you learn the law.
You racist.
No, I'm not. You're from Africa, aren't you? You're from Africa, right?
You're supposed to say that.
I can say whatever I want to say. See, you don't know about speech. You need to learn to do Constitution.
I remember it. As a matter of fact, I made it my business to go up on panel with you and BZ to comment on this happy horse shit personally.
Was this part in the video before or after you told the gentleman to go back to Africa?
Well, you guys all missed the context, but because of the trial and things going on, I'm not going to talk about that. But this is going to be well after the conversation.
Yeah, no, man, I get it, dude. No, I get it. This guy with a yarmulke the other day asked me for directions. And, I told him to beat it back to Israel until he learns to read a map. So I get where you're coming from, man.
I don't think it was that harsh, but like I said, there's things I can't say publicly. Now, if you want to have a conversation on the phone, where it's not publicly, can be used against me in the court of law, I'd be more than happy to have that discussion with you.
Yeah, we're going to pass on your phone call, but good luck. Then Todd went on to employ one of his favorite ball washing techniques, inventing outlandish hypotheticals to excuse shitty behavior.
Now, if this person with broken English, with a badge and a gun, who's in a position of authority, is violating my rights,
let me just say, I like where you're going with this, buddy.
If the scenario was exactly the same, and it was you, and your job was to be an Uber driver, and you were trying to get on there, you were in the process. He was blocking commerce at that point in time, which is actually a federal crime. He's preventing. I don't know. I don't see how that's funny.
What's funny is, blocking commerce can be a federal crime if it involves interstate or international trade. So unless that guard shack is on a state line or the border of Mexico, good luck invoking the Hobbs Act. Besides, one could make the argument that BZ was preventing the security guard from doing his job.
I mean, when you're trying to deny or prevent a man from putting food on the table, you're basically trying to say you deserve a death sentence.
My, how dramatic, Todd. All right, first things first. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is keeping this motherfucker from putting food on his table. Get real. And secondly, a death sentence, please. I'd say the odds of BZ dying of starvation are less than of you meeting a real-life communist, Todd. There's a lot of middle ground between BZ just meekly acquiescing to the guy, accepting his death sentence, if you will, and hurling racially charged insults around. But you got kind of snippy with me when I suggested that maybe you were overreacting just a little bit.
I don't know. I don't see how that's funny. I mean, when you're trying to deny or prevent a man from putting food on the table, you're basically trying to say you deserve a death sentence. So that my question is, if you were in that situation, how would you feel if just say if, so this is the hypothetical, if your rights were being curtailed, how would that affect your day-to-day operating in the world? I know you probably wouldn't handle it the same way. Neither would I. I've already said that, right? I would have left the property. I would have sought remedy some other way if possible. But how would that have affected your ability to freely travel in the United States of America?
Well, you know, I didn't realize there was so much at stake here. So, you know,
I mean,
let me really
don't be a clown, dude. Just engage the question in good faith, dude. Write a comic about it later. Write a comic about it later. But right now, can you just engage it in good faith? Don't be an ass clown.
I'm engaging with it in the based on how I perceive it, which is hyperbolic and strange.
Hyperbolic and strange are two words that suit you to a T, Todd. Two other words are ball washer. I gotta say, I'm impressed with your ball washing stamina, though, Todd. If there's a scumbag on YouTube needs defending, Todd'll be right along with his bucket and sponge. Now let's stop here for a minute and make our way back to the beginning of the video, where you were berating Tav, or the angry vet, whom you hate, for distracted driving and trying to bust my balls about it. You remember that?
Distracted driving. I think I already said that. Distracted driving. I'm pretty sure I already said that. Distracted driving. I think I already said that. Where's DP when you need him? Where you at, buddy? Where you at? Why aren't you riding Tav like a hobby horse? Oh, because you really don't give a shit about things you claim to give a shit unless it hurts somebody you hate.
Now, what is BZ doing here, Todd?
Sorry, I've got a sun glare that you guys are bouncing off of. It's just pretty bad on where I'm driving, and
we got buffering and shit. But Dickbag is fucking bringing it home and shit.
Yeah,
Tying
I
it
was
all
muted.
together.
I was talking, but I was muted. So Dickbag Patrol, I think I've talked to BC Watchdog about this, where the security guard had an accent that he was from Africa. And I think he even asked him, you know, where are you from? I don't think it had anything to do with the racial issue. So I think he might be a little bit off base on that one, but the GS, he's spot on a lot of it. And I'm not trying to give BZ Watchdog
I
cover.
think
There's certain
BZ
things that I don't
Watchdog.
like in his approach, but I think
BZ Watchdog sounded like a complete fucking asshole.
sometimes, yeah, I can see where he's.
I mean, in that instance right there, like, I think that was.
Yeah.
He's super bitter. Super fucking bitter.
Yeah, I can see that too. I mean, if you go to his channel and just watch one video, he does ask for money quite a bit.
Oh, I'm not talking about asking for money. I'm talking about him telling that guy to go back to Africa.
Well, I don't think that had anything to do with race, though. I think that had to do with his place of origin. He had that foreign African accent, and he was telling him to go back to Africa and learn our laws.
He's an originist. He's not a racist. He's an originist and an ethnicist.
Well, he might be an American citizen too, for all we know. The guy.
He's ethnicist. He's ethnicist. Ethnicist.
Maybe, but racist. I can't agree.
He's
I don't think he's a racist. Well, a locationist, yes, I can go with that. But a racist, I don't think so. I think Dickbag Patrol's a little off base on that.
Well, there's other evidence of him being a racist.
Well, I haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Like I said, I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to disparage him in that way. So.
Well, it happened on Westside. She showed it on her stream.
Okay.
the night when I'm trying to tell the audience, because you don't want to hear it. I know you haven't seen it and you don't want to. You're now running
Oh,
covered.
that's not true. I do want to see it.
It's all right. It's all right. Buddy up to GS if you want. Don't see it. But the rest of the audience might want to. I know that you've found some common ground with GS.
Not GS at all.
So
I'm talking about BZ Watchdog.
Hey, if Billy is the rabbit and Don is the
Talking
hawk,
about BZ Watchdog. You guys don't listen well. You're not listening. You're not listening.
I'm listening to one of you, but I'm not sure which one.
I'm talking about BZ Watchdog. I'm not talking about GS here.
Okay.
I don't believe that BZ Watchdog is a racist.
Oh, I was thought you were talking about GS. I'm talking about GS being racist.
Oh God, no. See how sometimes
BZ. I don't know if he's racist, but okay. So in that instance, he was locationist. Is that what we're saying?
Yes. You're from Africa. You're not from America. You don't know our laws. You should go back to Africa, learn our laws, and then come here to this country. That had nothing to do with race, and I think Dickbag Patrol was a little bit off on that. So
but also the genetic fallacy again. BZ does suffer from a genetic fallacy because if you go somewhere, you're not born with information like genetically, and like going back to Africa to learn our laws. Why you can't learn them here?
He can learn them here.
Fallacy again of where the place of origin is, right? Like where you need to go.
Doesn't mean you're going to absorb information. You're not going to learn something just because you're at a place.
Right. So he's genetically fallacied.
Yes. Yes. I can agree with that. Okay. Now that we got that straightened out, geez, that was blasphemy, man. I need to do an extra bow at 420 because I disagreed with people on something that we didn't really disagree. It was just miscommunication. Jeez, that never happens either.
Just recite the code a couple of times before bed.
Yeah.
Then you'll be fine.
Yeah. Ooh, we just had an argument on live stream. No, and don't think that we haven't had arguments in private either, because we have. But the mission is still the same. And we know the bigger. Yep, we know the bigger mission. All right, so was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about while I was outside smoking and what Dickbag Patrol was talking about here?
He did say something that was very important. He did make the connection of GS. He did say.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so if you back it up just
he's pointing out the hypocrisy over there, which is what they do is they go after distracted drivers and try and say they're the worst in the whole thing when it's really about them filming the police.
Right.
But they'll cover up for murderers.
Yeah.
Even when he's a self-professed 1A, I mean, yes, he also said he wasn't in the 1A too, but like Billy tried to be 1A at first. You see what I'm saying?
Let me guess this too. I want to guess something here. GS is doing another live stream, and I'll bet you in the title. What did he say in the last few? Oh, recording the defamation or something like that, right? Documenting. He's documenting the defamation.
Right.
Has anybody seen what his live stream title is?
He's defaming garden gnomes everywhere when he puts his grief grifting garden gnome on camera.
He's trying to say defamation of character. Well, the character you've built on YouTube, GS, is worth defaming because what that character on YouTube is doing is absolutely despicable. You're running cover for murderers.
Yeah, no wonder his email address is Porch Dick Nation. at gmail.com. When people tell you who they are, believe them. Porch Dick Nation. That's his email address. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A
Sits on his porch and he acts like a dick. Get off my lawn type guy, thinks he's better than everybody. If you don't agree with his religion, if you don't agree with his Christianity, even though he's a young Christian and has only read a quarter of the Bible still, if you don't agree with his assessment of what's biblical, then you're a demon. Period. That's it. No redemption. So
the Young Turk used that to go on a ethnic cleansing.
Yeah.
Genocide.
Yeah. Young Turk, young Christian. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Was there anything more on this video that he's got some more GS stuff. So yeah, let's continue. Here we go.
Talking at the same time.
Distracted driving. I think I already said that. Distracted driving. I'm pretty sure I already said that.
Yeah,
Distracted driving.
Where's your outrage, Todd? Why aren't you riding BZ like a hobby horse?
Oh, because you really don't give a shit about things you claim to give a shit unless it hurts somebody you hate.
By the way, I would never ride anyone like a hobby horse, because I'm not a 3-year-old. I do find it interesting that that's what popped into your head, though. I wonder why. No, if I were going to ride Tav, it would be like some big, weird pig creature. See, Todd? This is what it looks like when you have imagination. Holy shit, breaking news, everyone. Just when I was getting to the end of editing this living nightmare, all of Todd's live streams mysteriously disappeared from his channel. What could have happened? Well, thankfully, Todd went live that very night and explained.
Well, turns out a corrupt Meade County public elected official who may or may not be a jailer hacked into my my mainframe and took all my live streams down because he wanted to hide evidence of his guiltiness of being a corrupt, low-level elected official. That is absolutely not JJ Scarborough.
Wait a minute. A corrupt Meade County jailer that isn't JJ Scarborough? This is breaking news. How many fucking corrupt jailers do they have in Meade County anyway? I'm beginning to think it's a job requirement. Also, hacked into your mainframe? What are you, in a spy movie now? Are you Ethan Hunt? Goddamn moron. Oh, but for the...
So somebody hacked into his mainframe. And
Wait,
yet
on the two separate corrupt Meade County jailers? Well, that looking at that from a new light with Direct D, Christopher Rudd, campaigning against JJ and claiming that
campaigning for JJ.
Yeah, but he's saying that JJ's opponent hangs around somebody who murdered somebody in the jail.
Yeah.
Right. So another murderer, but they murdered somebody in the jail. And
he's saying he hacked into his mainframe.
So maybe there is two corrupt Meade County jailers.
There might be. We don't know. But yeah, I mean, just for him to throw that out there too, we don't know if anybody hacked into his mainframe. But here he is talking about maybe our hard drive should be checked out.
Can you guys
projection? Yet again. Yeah, man, he's something that's really, really devious about GS, and he tries to get his audience to do things too without saying the words specifically, but trying to destroy somebody else's channel, talking about things that like talking about brigading without saying I want to brigade somebody. But that's what he does. he's not right in the head. Something's very, very wrong with GS. And I know that he's live streaming and probably live streaming about this live stream right now. But we've got Dickbag Patrol, so he's not going to talk too much about anything because this whole live stream has had Dickbag Patrol on the screen. So, and he doesn't want to share any of his stuff, right?
Yeah, Todd is over there, and then KDZ also would like to let everyone know that it's great when she finds out who her secret fans are, because Cliff got a membership over in her channel. Oh, I'm lurking over in KDZ's channel almost all the time just to see what kind of nonsense they might say. So, good job.
I've still never been to her channel and have no desire to go to her channel. So screenshot that.
Oh my goodness!
Stream that.
Oh, we just ignited a war. We just ignited.
I'll leave that for BSBT to go over there and lurk. I have no interest in going to a channel where a membership was actually given to me, and she basically poo-pooed that I would have a membership based off of just hearing words come out of GS's mouth. So she just believes whatever rather than investigating for herself who I might be. And she's probably never even seen my channel, let alone anything else. And so it's yeah, to take the word of a friend of a friend. Katie said, I have no interest in your channel and probably never will, based on just the fact that you want to poo-poo somebody getting a membership that you heard was not a good person, like a demon or something. So anyway.
Yeah, they're always comparing me to these folks too. Have you ever noticed that?
They lump everybody in together thinking that everybody is the same. I don't.
Yeah, they're comparing me to, like, they used to compare to me to Kaiser. You know, they're like, oh, remember when folks would say those rumors about you? Don't get rushed to judgment about Kaiser. I'm like, well, I've talked to Kaiser. I can pretty much form my own opinion about the guy. You know?
Yeah.
And then folks are doing the same thing when I was talking about Rabbit. I was like, hey, there's something really suspicious about what happened. And they're like, don't you remember when folks were saying you unalived your baby mama or whatever? I'm like, that's not even close to the same. This one, Rabbit shot her in the face. In my case, I hadn't talked to my ex in 6 years, found out that she had died. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, not even close to being the same.
Yep.
But they keep comparing me. It's weird how they get, and then they did the same thing with me and Kaiser. Like, they tried to tease me and say, "Oh, you got a warrant? Aren't you worried about your warrant?" And they were doing the same thing to Kaiser, you know. But they don't do that to me anymore. I don't. It's weird. They don't really bug me about my warrant anymore.
Yeah, because they said you weren't committing real crimes.
Yeah, isn't that the best part about this whole thing is that we've inadvertently and indirectly got them to admit the difference between real crimes and fake crimes, and they know that I shouldn't be in jail and other folks should be in jail. So this is the perfect learning tool for all of us, really.
Yeah.
When you think about it, you're now indirectly calling them fake crimes. You're like, because you're telling me, oh, well, his matter isn't serious. Kaiser committed a real crime. Okay, well, I agree. I agree that Kaiser committed a real crime. But what you're also saying is that the law of non-contradiction. So that would mean there's fake crimes out there too.
Right. And you were just committing fake crimes because there was no victim.
And I do them. I continue to repeat doing the fake crimes, right? Like recording in the courthouse, I've been told is illegal, and I can't do it, and I keep doing it. Recording traffic stops, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember getting kidnapped off the street.
Sometimes you get arrested, sometimes you don't, all for the same fake crime.
Exactly.
It all depends on the whim of what our government wants to do at the time.
Yeah, but for some reason they lump me in with the Kaisers and all that, and GS and the GS constantly tries to lump me in with the folks that they're associated with.
Yeah, the persons that are actually committing real crimes.
So thank you, DP, for doing this because this shows the distinction right here.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to continue the video. We're we're pretty close to the end here. So there we go.
Record, you still think JJ is a great guy, right, Todd?
Meanwhile, he craps on JJ Scarborough, who's probably one of the most upstanding dudes I've ever bumped into.
Always such interesting language choices, Todd. Well, I'm glad you guys are still pals. You should probably plan another getaway together. Maybe he'll give you another rock. You know, I do feel kind of bad all your videos got deleted, Todd. And being as you're such a huge fan of my work.
Dude, that's pretty good, man. Who made that? I like that. Oh, is that Dick Bag Control? Good job. All right, Dick Bag. I wish I would have tuned in for that. Look, I get behind that, man. That's good stuff.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that because I've made you a brand new intro. Call it a housewarming gift to celebrate this rebirth of your channel. I feel like it really captures who you are and what you're all about, Todd. Enjoy.
He'll call you a commie, he'll call you a Jew. He'll say that you're gay and then he'll rage quit too. He's generally specific, definitely idiotic. He's mad because he's got a little dick. Allegedly in Minecraft, he's a short fuse, short stack, Bible thumping, nut washing oxymoron.
Oh, with my compliments. Well, hardly breaking news, Todd, but I think you're a fucking bonehead. Which I told you the first time you were on my panel, after listening to you give me long-winded answers that went nowhere and took forever to get there. And now having talked to you and watched how you operate here
with the utmost integrity. With the utmost integrity. Yeah.
You're proving the point I'm about to make, which is that you're a fucking bonehead.
Okay, is that a crime?
Clearly, it's not a crime, Todd. You're not in jail. The things you do and say might not be illegal, but they are pathetic and sickening. You're gross, Todd.
You disgust me. You disgust everyone.
Now, before we tap out, we should talk a little bit more about the origins of the
Sue me, whore
clip. In an epically gross display of shit-talking and ball-washing, Todd tossed out a half-baked opinion that perhaps Donald Cameron had not been shot by Kaiser, but maybe he was a junkie and got killed over some sort of drug deal. No evidence, no basis for saying that, other than perhaps to...
Uncautious author, if you've heard that you're not a good person, it probably came from GS.
Yeah, and wouldn't you know, GS is also, he's rushing to judgment. He's calling Erica an EBT American, and he's calling Westside an EBT American. And even if it's true, you're still rushing to judgment and automatically assuming somebody is, you know? He has no proof, you know what I mean? We know he doesn't know him that well.
And why would he come up with that? Why would he surmise that? Is it because they're both of a darker
because they're both
skin
black.
color?
Yeah, they're both dark skin. Yeah. They're both black chicks.
Yeah.
Clearly not racist at all, GS, right?
Yeah.
Clearly not.
No. Oh no, not at all. Jeez. Jody D, good to see you. Jody D can attest to how filthy GS is as well. There's a lot of ladies that have been victims of his browbeating.
I used to mess with Jody D a little bit. Maybe I was a little bit too harsh on her. I didn't mean to do that with Jody D, but
yeah. Well, I can guarantee you probably didn't say anything as filthy as what came out of the mouth of GS.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty tame, you know, when it comes down to it, really.
Yeah.
Kind of just annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jody D, I love that. Jody D, yeah. I am no victim. Right on. I like Jody D. I've always liked her.
So. Butter Kaiser's nuts. Todd had no problem suggesting an actual disabled vet who did not even like to take the pain meds he was legally prescribed might be a junkie, while defending the fake wounded war vet accused of killing him. Well, guess what?
That's just it right there, Jody D. You confronted Todd with his lies. And anyone that confronts Todd with his lies are going to be disparaged, especially women, because he knows that men aren't going to take it.
Yeah. Well, also notice how folks,
easier targets.
yeah, notice how folks aren't ducking questions over here. Like we invite them up on the panel. We go over there on the panel. We don't disparage Erica or tell her that she's not worth talking to, even though she's an eyewitness to some of this, right? So
Well,
I
she
guess
has her own testimony of after the fact what the conversation was between her and Rabbit and Dawn, right? And
Right.
that's testimony. So, and that's
that is. So
useful.
look at who's being open and over here, and look who's not wanting to talk over there.
Right.
Mhm.
And all he can do is call names when he can't win an argument. That's all
Yeah.
he can do. And I'm sure he's doing it right now on his live stream, just calling people's names and not really having a legitimate argument at all.
Well, let's show him the rest of Dickbag's video for him, so he knows.
Yeah, we'll finish it up here.
Was a junkie in the neighborhood, one with a reputation for breaking into people's houses to steal their meds. As a matter of fact, Todd, one poor little old lady whose house Kaiser broke into, was so traumatized by the experience, she had to move back in with her daughter, all on account of this fucking ghoul.
I don't really know a lot about it.
Yeah, no shit. But that doesn't ever stop you from running your mouth. So fuck you all week long and twice on Sunday, Todd. Now back to the clip. So Shiz, who knows more about the situation than anyone except perhaps Kaiser himself, and who knows the Cameron family personally, quite correctly pointed out that he perhaps should be careful serving up ill-informed theories that could be considered slanderous. She did not threaten to sue Todd, merely pointed out his potential liabilities in saying such things. So that's what this clip is. Todd listening to Shiz chastise him and responding. Pretty much the only way he knows how to. You can hear Shiz giving him the business between his outbursts. Here's the whole clip.
Then bring it the fuck on, whore. Bring it on, whore. Bring it on, whore. Bring it the fuck on, you fucking whore.
And I know how much information you should have behind you before you open your mouth. So trust that I opened my mouth when I had a plethora of information.
You keep threatening to sue people, you fucking whore. Then sue me, whore. Sue
can
me,
you
whore.
pause it for
Sue
me?
me, whore. Sue me, whore. Sue me.
Absolutely, because in the title of his stuff, he's documenting. What did he say? Documenting the is he getting ready to sue people?
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Documenting the defamation. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I was trying to point out is what he's saying to Shiz right here, and I don't know if he knows.
Calling her names.
Yeah, Shiz might be a ginger Medusa. You know what I mean? She might be the ginger Medusa. She might be Shizward Scissorhands, but I don't have confirmation that she's a WHORE as Todd would be indicating here.
Right.
But I assume that's probably true, but still, I don't know why that's relevant.
Either way, it's not relevant. He can't. He doesn't have an argument, so he calls names. He doesn't have an argument against what she is saying, and so he's just automatically goes to that go-to. Let's just call her names.
Yeah, Turtle Boy is fond of calling Shiz dump truck too. I just want to point that out. I don't know why that's relevant either, but Turtle Boy does like to call Shiz dump truck. So,
yeah,
just throwing that out there.
And look at this right here, right there, his poor wife. Yeah, GS's poor wife. You know,
I would agree.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they have that kind of relationship where she's really the dominant one.
Yeah, so I mean, going back to the murder investigation thing, we got a rabbit, we got a hawk, right? So GS is the gerbil or the hamster? Should we call him the hamster?
I don't know.
I mean,
don't
what
know
does he fit? I don't know what animal would be his like BDSM animal. You know how folks have spirit animals. Well, he doesn't
Yeah.
believe in spirits, so they have BDSM animals over there. Billy's is bunnies, Hawks is birds. I think,
Yeah.
right. So we got to come up with a BDSM mascot for GS too.
Yeah.
He's
He
into all
projects
that
it.
shit. I mean, he might not be
He
into
is.
it, but hell, he knows folks that are into it.
He talks about shit like that all the time. So is he yet again projecting what happens to him or what he's going through? Maybe he's the cuck.
Maybe
he wants to say other people are cucks. Who wants to be filthy like that? I'm not gonna respond in kind that way because it's sickening. It sickens me when he says some of the things he says. It doesn't hurt me anymore because he continues to do it, and it's like, yes, people become numb to it after a while, and they realize what you're really doing is projecting your own insecurities. So I have that question: are you a cock? No, just asking for a friend. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue to play this video. Here we go.
Or
yeah,
sue me, whore. Then sue me, whore.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you could say Todd has a wee bit of an impulse control problem. But let's hear it from Generally Specific himself. Is there something you'd like to share with the nice people before we go, Todd?
I got kind of a big mouth and I got a big temper. And when you get baby gap jump boots, you're playing a dangerous game.
I'm an asshole. That's my excuse. That's not even an excuse. It's an accountability. I'm an asshole, and I wish I wouldn't say half the stuff that comes out of my mouth. That's
And
a
you
whole
hate
ass
people.
fact.
And you hate people. That's a fact. You've said it. It's come out of your own mouth. You hate people.
He hates people. The Constitution really bothers him for some reason. He hangs around murderers. He runs cover for murderers. He is in with some very questionable folks that do BDSM allegedly. And then he's running in circles with these folks. And instead of asking them questions privately and then maybe distancing himself, he either believes their lies, which makes him kind of dumb, or he doesn't ask the questions, which makes him naive, or he asks the questions, they tell him the truth, and he doesn't care.
Right. Yeah. Which is it, GS?
Willfully ignorant is my guess. Is the willfully ignorant part would be my guess. That's what I would put my money on. But yeah,
Inquiring minds would like to know.
Yeah.
That's, using his words. Inquiring minds would like to know the answer to those questions, GS.
yeah. And then I think there is a video, hopefully, to close this out. I don't know if there's a video up there or not, but
he is so insufferable.
Well, I mean, if he wants to be annoying as fuck, he's got some competition. You know what I mean? But if he wants to be morally despicable, I'm not trying to give him any competition there. I'm trying to.
I'm not down with that either. Yeah.
I'm just trying to put one foot forward, lead by example, doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I can do. But
Yeah.
Todd, it looks like he's interested in just running cover for the worst, most despicable behavior in a human being.
Yep, I agree. All right, let's finish this up. I've only got a minute and a half left of it, so let's get it done.
Is this
Not always.
Did people send you a video?
I didn't even think to look. Did he text it? Did he text another video?
I don't know. He was supposed to. Well, I put it in the proceeding. So I don't know if you can get videos
Oh,
from
you
the
put it in the Perseum. right,
Yeah,
let me
well,
check.
it was intended to go to people so that he could send it to you, but I don't know if he did that or not. And then I asked twice, and then he
You know-
didn't indicate an answer. So, if it's
You know,
not there, it's
you
okay.
know, communication is key, right?
Communication is key. But it's okay if it's not in there, you can't play.
But
We can
it's
close
in the
out.
per diem. It's in the per diem. So
Okay.
let me copy it and email it to myself, and then we'll
Okay.
have it ready to go.
All right. So yeah, if you want to hit play on this and then
Yep.
cue that one up.
Proud of the stuff that I say.
Well, you know what they say, admitting you're an asshole is the first step in recovery. So, if you regret most of the stuff you say, which is understandable since most of it is ugly hatefulness or just plain wrong, my question would be, what business do you have criticizing anyone else for their behavior since yours is so clearly abhorrent and your judgment is so provably terrible? In other words, why should anyone listen to a fucking word you say?
I've got some things I'd like to say about some of the things that are going on. And I'm just finding out that there's all these lives going on about me. They're talking about me, man. Well, that's all right. Because people are going to start waking up. People are going to get curious. They're going to find the truth. They're going to come to my channel and go, yeah, the guy's only an asshole to people that are, corrupt and lying and trying to deceive people. All right, he sounds pretty reasonable. He seems like he's trying to be agreeable. He seems like he's trying to have a conversation. That's what I'm doing here right now.
Given everything we've just watched, I figure the irony of this bullshit, not to mention the hypocrisy, speaks for itself.
It's all lies, but they're entertaining lies. And in the end, isn't that the real truth? The answer is no.
Congratulations, Todd. You sold out your integrity. And for what?
Cheesy poops. Cheesy poops. Cheesy poops.
Well, Todd, this has been a lot of fun. For me, anyway. And just to make sure you know you're my bitch, I've dressed you up like a nun and made you drink ape jizz. So, I win. Like, forever.
I win. I always win.
Well, now that we know where we're both at, I'd be more than happy to chat with you about any of these things, Todd. If you sprout some fucking balls.
Yeah, right.
You know where to find me, bitch.
Now. Fuck off. Well, then.
All right, so DP coming through.
That was great. Dick Bag Patrol, everyone.
You got a good one. I think we should all remember that Dove and Donald Carney need all the prayers that they can get. Dove and Donald Carney need all the prayers they can get. Breaking stuff here. And then if you have that other video queued up or whatever.
I do.
Okay, so just as a reminder to everybody, this is the reason we're doing this. All appreciation goes to, even Dick Bag for helping make the connections. But this is what it's all about right here, if you want to hit play on it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to press play, and then I'm going to type into the chat.
You guys are doing a good enough job of raising awareness. We've got a lot of extra leads as a result of these podcasts that we didn't have beforehand.
I don't know if the sheriff would really be liking it if the family member was putting it on blast.
The sheriff is watching all of this, by the way. Every bit of it, they have all of it. Billy's 2 interviews with you, they have it, and they're like, Jesus Christ. I mean, the reaction they had to the second interview or the second podcast where he was screaming at me.
Yeah.
You know how GS always talks about his beloved?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that the definition of the name David is beloved. Oh, GS. GS has a secret obsession with people. Is that what I'm getting out of that?
Well, with a
His beloved is his David.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. He's in love. He is in love.
All right, I'm going to play the last 15 seconds of this video here. Here we go.
Or you get started over either way.
Yeah, it's only 49 seconds long altogether, so let's just start it over and let it play out.
You guys are doing a good enough job of raising awareness. We've got a lot of extra leads as a result of these podcasts that we didn't have beforehand.
I don't know if the sheriff would really be liking it if the family member was putting it on blast.
The sheriff is watching all of this, by the way. Every bit of it. They have all of it. Billy's 2 interviews with you, they have it, and they're like, Jesus Christ. I mean, the reaction they had to the second interview or the second podcast where he was screaming at me, you know, the sheriffs, they got it. They had the same reaction a lot of other people had that saw it. A lot of people that watched that podcast, whether you agree or disagree, said, Porter didn't convince me that he killed Andrea. Billy convinced me that Billy killed Andrea.
Yep.
So that's what it's all about, folks.
Yeah, it is. Oh, wow. 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Where did the time go? Where did the time go, Cliff?
It absolutely flew, man.
We talked about it all today. You know, we reviewed that footage. We reviewed the dick bag. We saw the connection between JJ and GS, and then Kaiser and Rabbit and KFAR. We keep coming back. Like, this is all evidence right here. And thankfully, Dickbag is able to do it in a way where somehow he magically is able to make these folks entertaining to watch. So congrats on the magic of Dickbag. Thank you for that. But again, it might seem like we're harping on this subject, but you know, you gotta kind of see with your own eyes and hear with your own ears and see what these guys are saying, because it's on record.
Let those that have eyes see, and let those that have ears hear. Yeah. That was more profound than what you thought, BSBT. But yeah, maybe you did say that with a purpose. Anyway, I appreciate everybody being in the chat here. Everybody that came into the live stream. I know it was kind of long. Some of you left and came back, and
yeah, that's fine. That's perfect.
Yeah, but we got
come
the
in,
message.
Get the information there. Come in and out, you know. Yeah, justice for Andrea.
Absolutely, lovely lion. And,
Later,
here comes the outro. Thanks again for being here, BSBT, and tell people thanks as well.
Yeah.
Well, the sun sets low on the dusty plain. Justice walks slow, but it ain't the same. The law can't reach and the sheriff's gone. So we take the reins and we right the wrong. The vigilance committee's here when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hand, where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. Outlaws hide in the hills so steep, but we track them down while the town's asleep. No badge on our chest, but we swore an oath. Justice and accountability, we want both. They call it the Vigilance Committee when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hands, where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. We ain't no angels, say it's a game that the brave must play, but the lines get blurry when the law won't sway. Ain't no judge, ain't no jury here, just the cold wind blowing and a voice you can hear. They call it the Vigilance Committee when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hands where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand. Ain't no fear, we see it through. So when the law can't save you and you're all alone, just remember the Vigilance Committee. We'll be taking you home.